welcome back to Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat. I am Jason.
This is Alex.
I just poured that straight in my crotch.
This is straight in your crotch.
This is Dooley.
There it is. I missed the whole fucking cup. All right. We got a good one for you today, guys. We are going to be on the podcast here shortly with my wet pants. It is the Food For Thoughtcast, and we'll get to it right after this. We don't, so.
I know.
We just started.
You're like 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. So, hey guys, how's it going?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on the Food For Thoughtcast.
It is our pleasure, as always.
Yay. It's going to be a great time.
Wait a minute. All right, now I'm ready. Now
you're ready. Why don't you introduce yourselves for the listeners?
All right, hi guys. I'm Jason. This is Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat, by the way. I am Jason.
This is Alex.
This is Dennis. This is Dooley.
And it sounds like just like our podcast. So how the hell was your week, Melissa?
It was crazy. Valentine's Day was a slaughter.
Heard that.
It was stupid busy, and even though I'm not there today, it sounds like President's Day is pretty similar for whatever reason, but it's really strange.
You gotta throw those President's Day parties, man. I don't know.
I guess. What about you guys?
The truck's in the shop again. It's getting an axle seal done. So I mean, that's the life of a food trucker. You know, like it seems like we had a hose blow going down the road this week. Also,
Again.
yeah, it was like the last one. And like, so the owner of the shop looks at the mechanic. He's like, "I told you to change that." And he's like, "You told me to change them all but that one." He's like, "Why would I tell you to change them all but this suspicious blue one?"
It sounds a little bit shady.
Yeah. So.
Do you find that the food truck is busier around any of these more what I would call arbitrary holidays, or does it make a difference? Is it more about where you're parked, or?
Definitely more about where we're parked, but I'd say in general, holidays are probably less busy for us.
Yeah,
really?
we call them barbecue holidays.
Well, not only that, but I mean, like, most of the places we go don't have TVs.
True that.
Yeah.
So a lot of, like, Sunday football in particular, not our strong point.
Yeah, the breweries don't really have a lot of TVs. You know, like I think there's one out there that has like the football package. So
I see.
And like we drive, like our food is kind of like that bar, that bar niche. You know, like,
right?
It's just over the top. You know, unapologetically gluttonous.
It's delicious.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a little bit gluttonous.
Trust me whenever you get me.
Seriously, if you can accomplish it in one meal, you check that off your list.
I don't have to eat the rest of the day.
Get it out of the.
I got enough calories for today and tomorrow.
I made sure I
Get
had
it out
enough
of the
for
way.
both lunch and dinner and breakfast the next day.
Somebody's like, "Are you running a 10K? Is that why you're eating all this?" No, I'm just trying to get through the next couple of days. I got a lot of crap to do. I don't have time to eat.
10K, shit, this is
No, brother.
breakfast.
I'm just America.
It's America.
So, like, what do you do like on a daily basis? I mean, you're executive chefing it over there.
Yeah, so it's running a team. You know, doing all the paperwork, the orders, payroll, schedule,
All the crap that doesn't involve cooking.
all the admin crap that doesn't involve cooking, and then some occasional cooking, but mostly it's expediting. I get all my cooking fun is at home.
It
Truly.
must be just your ears, Dooley. Dooley's over here fighting an echo in his head, and he's like, "Are you echoing?" And I'm like, no. And he's like echoing with his mouth when he says echo, so it's great.
It's beautiful.
He's throwing his voice in the studio right now.
I have no idea what he's doing. It's Dooley.
I'm hearing, like, Melissa, I'm
in-
hearing your voice, like, through Dennis's headset. So I think it's just through my headset I'm hearing it.
Oh.
So I'm like, I was like, is it echoing through the podcast? So I keep
Dooley's
like,
constantly on a delay, so
It's
he's always behind.
Somebody having to hear me twice sounds like my own worst nightmare. Like,
Well, at the same time, Dooley's always
It's
late, so
not
he's always
good.
on a delay.
Ask
So.
your sous chef.
my headset's on like a half second delay. So I'm like, is there an echo? I don't know.
Always late.
we're back on that trip with the
Yeah.
echoes.
Yeah.
So everybody made it through the weekend okay?
Yeah, like our Sunday kind of sucked. We had high hopes for it, but it was kind of a dud. Wasn't terrible. I mean, I guess we've definitely had worse gigs.
So you were at the Bingo Palace?
Yeah, we were at we tried a bingo hall, you know, and evidently
I saw that on the Facebook page.
And
Yeah.
evidently those people take bingo very seriously.
They do.
And so
They'll cut them.
there's like meal intermissions. It's like weird. Like
There's
you stand around for like 2 hours and then like a line forms for like 30 minutes and then they leave. And it's like
We're breaking for breakfast.
yeah, we're breaking.
for
It's
lunch.
food break, everybody. Everybody go on food
That's-
break.
They were there.
That
like,
sounds really cutthroat. It's like no time for cheesesteaks. I almost have 4 corners.
They were there like 3 hours early. Like,
Yeah, that's true. They were there like 3
Dedication.
hours before the bingo started. People were already there.
That's crazy.
Like they're claiming
That
like
is
their
crazy.
spots. Like I don't know. Like the producer chalked it up to like the. I don't know if you ever seen like the Roseanne episode where she got addicted to bingo and they have
Yep.
like all their knickknacks on the table.
Yep.
That's real. I
You
didn't.
put all the tchotchkes out,
Yeah.
and then it's like when you have the rituals you go through before your team wins a game. Like I have to
evidently-
stub my
evidently
toe on
there
this,
was-
and I have to eat that. Yeah,
Evidently, there was like a bingo don that everyone paid homage to when they
literally
walked in
named
the door.
Dawn. Like, that's the impressive part, though.
stop it.
It might have been Dawn, but we're going with Dawn.
It was Dawn.
It was Dawn.
Her name was Dawn.
Dawn.
but we're
Dawn the
going
Dawn.
Dawn. And
Her name was Donna.
She was pretty great.
like, yeah, everyone walked in the door and like walked straight up to her, kissed the pinky ring, and then you go to your designated area.
I didn't realize that bingo had like a consigliere. I didn't
like-
realize this was so serious.
I didn't know the
Evidence
mafia
of it,
owned bingo.
Yeah,
When you win bingo, you get one wish.
Oh my God.
they're really just laundering money through bingo. Like,
You come to me on the day of my bingo.
I cannot refuse.
You bring me these markers, I cannot refuse. Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're not just markers. They're like we talked about this.
yeah, they're
They're
like fat stamps.
yeah,
Like,
it's like stampers, not markers, and they have like 8 different colors, like all uncapped, sitting next to them, ready to go. Like,
Got like 15
they
different
got,
cards
like,
in front of
They
each
got
one.
like the little marker holster.
oh, people were walking in with like lunchbox bags that just had like markers all the way around them.
How do you want to piss off a 65-year-old grandma? Scream bingo.
G36.
Oh, we talked about the fact that they don't allow alcohol, and that's probably because of miscalled bingos.
Oh yeah.
Bingo! Oh wait,
Oh,
never
wow.
mind. No.
Bingo. Bingo.
But it sounds like something you would need alcohol to get through. I think.
I would assume like I maybe because of the gambling, they're not allowed to have the alcohol.
Probably on the spicy
Maybe,
Right
but
out
they
there,
were like the people were there. This seems like a day. Like you have to take a day. Like
Yeah.
this is like I'm going on vacation. Where are you going? I'm going to bingo hall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there for about 17 hours. I'll be back
Sounds
tomorrow.
like it's like a second job.
I mean, again, people were there at like 10, 11 o'clock, and they were there till 4 o'clock without like there were still more games to go. Like,
Yeah, there was the second game started like 7:30.
Yeah, so I mean,
I
like,
think that was like something different.
Well-
It said the bingo hall closed at 5.
they probably like just clean. Like everybody, get out, go smoke your cigarettes, come back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got to clean this floor.
I don't know.
That's
It's
crazy.
COVID, man. You got to spray the tables down. Sanitation. Like, hey, shit.
Well,
anyway,
in Texas we killed a COVID with our guns, so we
somebody get the alcohol
eradicated
wipes.
it.
There's marker on this table.
Hey, ain't no party like a bingo party.
The bingo party don't stop.
apparently for 17 hours. Get it. What was the biggest seller at the bingo hall?
French fries.
Second best feeling.
Hey, they need one hand for the stamper and one hand for the French
So
fries.
yeah, it was-
We really thought churros were going to do better because of that.
yeah, like so. Yeah, the second best Philly, which is just our traditional Philly, ribeye, onions, and the white American. That was like the number one seller at the bingo. Something simple, I guess. It was our first time there. We did get good feedbacks. Like somebody wrote us and was like, "I had your sandwich at the. It was amazing." Like, but usually, like the cheesesteaks are usually pretty high up on the list of the best sellers.
A much younger crowd than we expected.
Yeah, I really expected them to be a lot older at the bingo hall.
I didn't expect to run into anyone we knew.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Like the first like 3 people, it's like, hey, like, oh Jesus, you come here.
You bingo?
I haven't done bingo in 7 years, and here you are, like, sweet.
Legitimate statement. I think that might have been a quote.
That was quote.
What was the quote again? You backed up a little bit. I couldn't hear it.
Like haven't done bingo in 7 years, and look, I show up, and here you are. Like,
Man.
yeah, you pick the one day in
What are the
7
odds?
years. You picked to do bingo, and you show up at my bingo hall.
Here's a Philly.
Here's a Philly.
Yeah,
Tell 'em it's not a sandwich. It's a movement. It's a statement.
it's a BM.
It will be a movement, that's for sure.
It's an up.
Get started.
It's an upcoming movement.
Yeah,
About to turn into episode 9.
producers over here like, let's not do this. Let's not go down this
You're-
road.
You're
Episode 9, here we
scheduling
come.
it. Okay. I won't bite. We'll be good.
But the segue.
We can spend an hour talking about the BM.
The Buffalo Mac?
The Buffalo
It's
Mac.
pretty good. It comes better with pickles.
Yeah,
It does. It definitely does.
All right. I had a guest this week. Speaking of sandwiches, I had a guest this week return a burger because they didn't realize it had meat on it and said they were vegetarian. True story.
You know what?
True story.
I believe you.
People's stupidity doesn't surprise me.
yeah.
Have you ever had someone eat one of your sandwiches and then complain about food poisoning when they just had to poop? That's not really food poisoning, is it? Like, I had to poop after I ate your
can't-
sandwich. Like, yeah, that's normally what happens after you eat
It's the
food.
circle of life.
You can't call every case of indigestion food poisoning. Like, that's just very.
They try
You're
to.
letting the food poisoning do all the heavy lifting. Like, sometimes you just ate too much or you ate too
Thank you.
fast.
Or sometimes
Or
it
it
didn't
says
agree.
7 shots of
Like-
tequila.
You know what? I
7
obviously,
shots of.
You're,
wow,
you're a main
anything.
chef. We can go back to food here for a second. You know, just maybe. What is there anything like that you avoid in specials specifically because of customer complaints? Not necessarily dietary restrictions, but is there anything that you just avoid with a passion?
Let's see.
Real questions. I know we
there-
jump subjects real quick.
No, it's totally fine. For a long time, I was into the, let's do all the seasonal local things, so the local slow food movement, a couple of jobs back, right? And when we were consistently doing specials, and I would always get that one guy that would be like, technically, these aren't seasonal right now. I'd be like, dude,
Technically, shut the fuck up.
stop. But apparently it's seasonal to be a douchebag all year. But like, okay,
That's always in season.
it's always in season. Shenanigans and douchebaggery.
I mean, it wasn't seasoned when they picked it, bro. And froze it.
Froze it, yeah.
That's definitely a good
There
comeback.
were a lot of menu terms that I loved to use for quite a while, and it just the crowd around here you can't squeak anything past them. And it's not that I was trying to be dishonest. There's just always those like one or two or three people that are like, this isn't heritage. This isn't seasonal.
Menu terms is a great thing to break up because I've definitely named some specials, some questionable, like that's a tostada. I mean, maybe not, but who's gonna call me on bullshit? Like,
Have you guys seen that TikTok going around? There's a white girl that she's like, so I invented flat tacos. You're like, no, it's a tostada.
Flat taco.
Same time, everything's always in season. It's at the grocery store.
That is true. It depends on what part of the globe it comes from.
This is true.
I mean, the seasons are not always the same where they everywhere.
That's why avocados
The
are
lower
so crazy
hemisphere
right now.
is different from the top hemisphere, so maybe we're just down here today.
Avocados from Mexico.
I can't find spicy oregano everywhere yet, so I'm questionable
Yeah, well, not at the grocery stores.
yet.
Maybe we're in season for Ecuador today. Maybe tomorrow we're Canada.
I'll say asparagus comes from Peru, so
They
it's
grow
like,
cantaloupes everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Why not? We did the whole thing on that.
Well, they're not called cantaloupes.
They're called cantaloupes.
And the bad
Cantaloupes.
dad joke from the back.
I can. Okay, so menu words. Do you guys know the difference between mashed and whipped potatoes?
Oh,
shit.
we just had a whole discussion on the difference between a whip and a whisk.
Just
Food
the
truck,
difference
food
between
truck
mashed.
conversations while we're driving from point A to point B.
So, what is
What's
the difference
the
between
difference
mashed
between a
and whipped
whisk and a
potatoes?
$3.
Let's start there.
$3.
Oh, that's exactly my answer on the difference between a whip and a whisk.
About $3.
About $3.
$3.
To clarify, we looked up the definition of what is it to whip rather than whisk. To whisk is apparently just to give it like a few quick stirs. whereas to whip is to do it with intention. So it's like a heavy, like you're aerating.
What does that mean?
But
why? But you can't aerate mashed potatoes because if you whip them too far, they're going to make them gummy.
Right?
You're going to overwork the starch.
Yes,
Come on.
Totally.
Agreed. I'm not a fan of like the putting them through a sieve or anything.
I like the ricer. I like the ricer before, like, for your initial mash.
See, I'm old school.
Yeah.
I just want to put enough butter and cream in there that I don't need to worry about the ricer anymore.
That
No
is
listener's
unnecessary.
gonna learn today.
Yeah, like I just add more fat and it'll be fine. Like
More fat always makes everything better.
The
where I'm
ricer
at.
will change your life until you have one prep cook that puts an uncooked potato
Through
through
the
it
ricer.
and ruins it. Ruins it.
I will.
the big mill.
It's
like,
kind of impressive if he actually got the potato through it. You know,
I mean, it was almost
ruin the
Right.
screen. But
Have you ever gotten a batch of mashed potatoes and it's like gummy and chunky at the same time, and you're like, this is supposed to be a scientific impossibility?
That sounds a lot like my aunt's mashed potatoes.
Is that consistently or?
I mean, like, I feel like you could really put up some wallpaper with
Like
that.
on purpose?
Like,
what's your Melissa? What's your favorite consistency on mashed potatoes?
I'm gonna side with the so much cream and butter that it doesn't matter how you smash them.
Okay, but do you like them?
I'm really
do you
feeling
like
like
them
bacon
thick?
bits should be a part
Like-
of this conversation.
Well, we're not even talking about additives here. We're not like loaded. Or anything.
Horseradish.
Just like, do you like them thick? Do you want them runny? Do you like skin in? You know, like
I don't. At home, if I'm making them for me at home, I want butter, flaky salt, white pepper, and red potatoes with the skins on, and like a chunky smash.
I
and
like
then
that.
yeah, like
just-
lots of
We'll call it
dill or parsley.
a rustic mash.
I am not a
Oh, I
fan.
also hate that word a lot.
the rustic. There's menu word right there.
Rustic. What is it? I just didn't feel like working it that much.
I
hate prep.
My knife cuts suck, so everything's not the same size. We'll call it
why'd
rustic.
you say it?
Do
Why'd you say
it.
Holy, speaking of knife cuts.
Did you watch the show?
I just don't understand the smooth baby food mash. I'm not a fan.
See,
like that's Gordon Ramsay had that at his restaurant. I can't.
Now, that's a pommes puree, please.
No, I want southern mash. Like
every now and then, dude, I'm a big fan of just the boxed potatoes, man. The flakes, rehydrated.
you can still
I know,
make those
yeah.
thicker though. I mean, like if you can
yeah.
if you can tip the plate to the right and the mashed potatoes like slide,
Yeah, that
there's a
shouldn't-
problem.
Yeah.
That's baby food.
See, I think you're like borderline potato soup.
Yeah, that's not okay. That's not mashed
Puree.
potatoes. Yeah,
Potato puree.
like
You
that's
shouldn't be able to make designs like smearing your spoon across it in your mashed potatoes.
Yeah, you and I know that enough.
It needs to be a mountain that can hold gravy.
Right?
It has to have the structural
And I'm not
integrity.
even mad if you make it the volcano.
oh like put the little ladle in it and then yeah.
Have you guys seen the meme where it's like it was Dad's night to cook and it's like a mountain of mashed potatoes
With the chicken
with brown gravy? It's
nuggets.
like dino nuggies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Fuck
I want to
yeah.
do that right now.
With the dino
But
nuggets.
you gotta have like your macaroni cheese coming out of the middle
And-
of your
at the same
time-
volcano of mashed potatoes.
Macaroni magma.
$18 for that plate too, by the way.
$18.
I bet you though
But,
that
yeah.
was like he was like dad of the year.
Uh
Like fuck yeah! Is that a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
It's 2.
Spare no expense. Spare no expense.
It's two Tyrannosaurus Rexes.
Ooh.
Ooh, puns.
Spare no expense.
What was your what was the oxygen one? Roberto 2? What was
Oh,
it?
because it was Robert's oxygen. There's like this truck drove by.
Roberto 2.
And I was like, he really missed out on the Roberto 2. Like, Robert's oxygen, Roberto 2.
Oh, really?
It's pretty good.
Look, we have a lot of free time in the food truck. There's no radio.
And we are big on dad jokes. I'm
Yeah,
big
so-
on dad jokes. I don't know about the we.
Yeah, it's not so much weed.
I'm big on dad jokes for sure.
I'm really big on dad jokes. You guys trying to speed chill a beer over there? What's happening right now?
Oh, man, I forgot you could see
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
I mean, not just one.
yeah, several.
You know.
No, what happened was I had a beer open and we recorded the intro to the podcast, so we could pause it, and I tried to be cool and pop the can and then pour the beer into the glass,
And then you
that
peed
would hear-
yourself.
so that you would hear the
Like,
yeah. But then, like, when I went to pour it, I was like looking at the microphone and trying to get close enough, so I just poured it straight into my lap.
Oh my gosh, you did that.
I did. So then I was like, cool, because, like, I poured the beer, and I was like, well, Melissa will need a beer when she comes out. And so I turn around to give it to her, and she comes out the door with a beer. And I was like, well, so she put the other one in the freezer to, keep it cold while we have.
Heard that.
We like to drink.
It's like a picnic.
Speaking of
I like it. It seems like a party over there.
Yeah, that's pretty much,
Digging it.
It's our whole podcast premise.
Sitting around waiting for shit to fucking smoke.
We can switch music.
Yeah, when the music changes.
That's whenever the party cast really starts.
That's
when you really, really get started.
That's whenever the
We're talking about menu words. How do you guys feel about the word artisanal?
Oh, give me a
Fuck
damn
it.
break.
Organic.
Oh, don't even get me started on that word.
I know. Calm down, Dennis. Sit.
Jason's. Jason's.
You broke out his
favorite word.
soapbox. I don't know. What do you mean sit?
You're breaking up my soapbox over there, man.
Jason's favorite word. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
That's more of like a descriptor than a menu
I've seen it
word,
on
but-
menus.
This beautiful carrot.
What about when somebody says? What about when a menu description says a generous portion? You're like, cool, and not the selfish portion.
It's
That's
It's generous.
stupid.
I give you 6.
Okay. That's
try for you for 20.
That's Chipotle's description of. Let me get some chicken, and they give you this small little 1 ounce portion of chicken. And you're like, bitch, more.
I can't tell you when the last time I've been to a Chipotle.
Oh, I did a
It's
DoorDash
been like
2
5
days ago
or
with
6
that
years
shit.
for me.
The more I eat out, the more I'm disappointed.
I understand that.
Me too. Every
And I think, especially post COVID,
Separate
just
fryers.
the service alone is just like, ugh.
And the quarters
I
that
haven't
get
really
cut.
sat down in a restaurant to eat either. Like in the restaurant industry's defense, like post COVID, I haven't been to a lot of sit down and eat restaurants.
I got skipped on a wait this morning.
Oh, really? Wow.
Had to walk up and say something. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not on the list anymore. And they were like, oh, yeah, we texted you 20 minutes ago. And I was like, no, you didn't.
You text Barry.
That's despicable.
My name is Alex.
That
You
sucks.
text Barry, motherfucker.
I mean, great service other than that. But, I just have horrible luck going out. I really do.
So does she.
Like, every time I go out, something goes wrong. And I
It
admit,
doesn't, like, we don't even have to go out. We can bring it back home, and it's still going to be fucked up.
every time there's a wait list,
But it's always
something-
it's always my wife's food. It's never
something's
mine.
going wrong. Like, I'm getting dropped off the wait list.
Ham is
I got
bad.
your fire sauce in the mail the other day, and not ashamed to say that I immediately put it to work on some fried chicken. And I grabbed amazing. It's so good. Because one of my pet peeves is when something's just spicy for the sake of being spicy. I don't like being injured while I'm trying to eat, but I like heat a lot, but it has to have flavor too.
Are you batch 3
So-
or 4? What's on the bottle?
She got a batch
4.
Ooh,
Four.
Yeah.
And that's one of our spicier ones, to be
Yeah,
honest with
batch
you.
4 was definitely yes.
It's a little more bitter, I thought.
Yeah.
But I ordered, I just got off work. It was like 11 hours, and I was like, nope, not going to make anything. So I ordered KFC. They got it wrong. It was the most simple order, but they got it wrong.
I got a 2-piece and a biscuit. Where's my
It
biscuit?
was literally a 3-piece and a biscuit, and they left one of the pieces out. And I was like, I'm not driving back.
So
I'm
you
not
got
going
a
back.
2-piece
So
and
you
a
ordered.
biscuit.
So you got a
It's
2-piece and a
like-
biscuit. I ordered a
Exactly.
3-piece, but I got a 2-piece.
They were like, I'll give you what you need, fatty. You only need 2.
Who you didn't judge
What,
me?
well, what 2 pieces did you go home with?
So I ordered 2 thighs and a wing, and they just sent me a thigh and a wing.
I'd have
Ah,
missed.
yeah,
that's
If
big.
I'd have
Fuck
been
yeah.
pissed
If it was
off.
2
If I got
thighs,
the
I'd
2
have been-
thighs, I'd been
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I was about to
I've been
say.
upset because I like wings.
You know it's bad when our producer got a full sentence out about it. Like, she was like, I will speak on this.
This is
This is bullshit.
I will go right back through that drive-through.
That's why you check your food in the drive-thru.
That is Yes.
Yeah, and there was a line a mile long, and some dude was already tailgating me, and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna go. We're gonna make it work. We're just gonna go.
Tailgate in a drive-thru.
It's so stupid. Where else are you gonna go? There's a concrete barricades on both
long
sides.
enough, drop the tailgate, drink a beer, man. I don't know how long we're gonna be here.
You don't know
Do
how
not
long
judge that guy. They're in Texas.
Hey, buddy, you don't know how long we're gonna be here. We might as well drink a beer while we wait on our food. Okay, just calm down.
I popped 2 peepers before we got in line.
Right? So then, what did we call that shit last week? Peter Brian Rhines.
Peter Brian Rhines.
Peter Brian Rhines.
But anyway, yeah, the fire sauce was amazing. And Jason, you said you have some news, so tell us about that.
We are finally going. We haven't done it on the food truck at all ever, but we are going to drop the 13th level of hell, which is an old school recipe that we've had for a really long time, and the fire sauce became a variation of the 13th level of hell because we were trying to calm it down to make it more. Well, that's me. What are you doing?
Pulling this cord.
Yeah, they're pulling the cord out. My head's stuck to that.
There goes life support.
I was gonna say, is he the friend that's gonna unplug you one day?
Yeah,
Because
right?
that's terrible.
He's practicing.
Stop talking
It's all
about
practicing. So we it's the fire sauce
Shit.
is like a dumbed down version. Shit.
That happens every
Sorry.
time. you
Every
pop a
time.
beer.
Every time.
Alex is struggling right now.
Just put
So we dumbed down the 13th level of hell. Here he comes. Check this out. There's this.
Just see him walk by.
No one even grabbed the door for him. Like, it's a bunch of dickheads. Like,
I'm standing right next to the
I
door.
know. So we dumbed down the 13th level of hell and created the fire sauce to make it like more palatable for the public. Like,
Sure.
We're still on the higher end as far as like a standard hot chicken
Like the
sandwich would
Scoville.
go. Yeah, the Scoville
Yeah,
scale.
sure.
And we did that intentional. Like we don't make everything for everybody. So we stay true to ourselves and like this is what we would want to eat. It's not necessarily what we think, Joe Smith down the street wants, and we find that people either really love the fire sauce or it's just too hot for them. So
Yeah. Sometimes you have to create for you.
right. It's
Right?
like, this is my outlet. When you want to make a bland chicken sandwich, you make your own outlet.
Damn right. I don't want no damn bland chicken.
But so the 13th level of hell is, I have no idea what the Scoville level of that is. But it's
18
definitely
18 million.
Don't you
It's-
technically have to send that in?
No, I mean we make it ourselves. Like you talking about, like to get it tested.
Yeah, for like the accuracy.
I don't tell anybody what the Scoville scale is, so no. I don't. I just said I have no idea what that is. But it's
Has
got,
anybody ever asked?
I can look it
yeah,
up.
but I mean I can ballpark it. Like it's probably close to 1 million. But like the 13th level of hell has like reapers in it and scorpions and ghost chilies. Like it's got like the echelon of like everything spicy. So that is, we haven't made it in a long time, and mostly because it like burns your face while you're trying to make. Jesus, dude.
Right in the face.
Yeah, there's a look.
For once, it's Jason, not Alex, getting popped in the face.
Startled.
There's a local place here that does like a 1 wing challenge, and it's over 1 million. And I
one-wing
did
challenge?
it. They serve you like with a glove, and and I was like, that's cool. I'm gonna pro level this shit. Like I'm going to pop all the meat. I'm gonna like twist the flat and pop all the meat down to the end so that I don't have to touch my face with it. I was like, y'all think you're dealing with a rookie right now, but no. Like, nope.
So how bad was it?
It was bad. It was so bad that my ears hurt for like 3 or 4 hours inside. Like
Wow.
it hurt. Like it was awful.
Where was this?
I chased it. I chased it with a shot. I chased it with a shot of ranch. So I kind of like preempted like the the movement issues later on.
That's
but
a
it kind of
long
like
shot. You're just sitting there.
or like I kind of just cushioned it.
Just like
Well,
the
it wasn't like a 2-ounce pour, but it was like a sauce ramekin.
Still.
It's like doing a Jello shot of ranch.
Listen, it had
good.
sauce and it had like dry rub on the outside, and it was hot, but it had a really good flavor, which I super appreciate.
1 week.
But, yeah.
Like with the
It's
13th
crazy.
level of hell, and even like with the fire sauce, like so we roast every pepper that goes in there. So they're all roasted beforehand. And then, again, like, that's in, like, we're getting that char on the outside. We're trying to instill the flavor of it, and that's the most important part as opposed to, like, getting the heat. The heat will come. I mean, when you're adding stupid peppers into it, like
yeah, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, but like in the fire sauce, like the hottest pepper is the habanero, except for the batch you got.
Yeah,
the batch 4 had a reaper in it.
Had one reaper in it.
Tiny.
After we roasted it, it was tiny. Like,
it's really, really tasty though.
Then a certain
Super
other
tasty.
ingredient got add a little bit extra on too because it was the very end of that.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the one with just the one?
Yeah, it only had one reaper in the whole batch.
The one where I was actually here for?
Yeah, like what was like 4 gallons? One reaper, one reaper in a 4-gallon batch. It's not bad.
Wait till we put 13.
I know, right?
But for being a food truck and actually like selling hot sauce, like it's.
Yeah, we have created
good.
a food truck hot sauce movement.
Yeah.
We updated the bottle. We haven't released that yet.
Yeah, we haven't done. I sent her a picture
case.
of the bottle, like the new bottles, to make it easier to pour. It has like a bigger orifice.
Spout.
Yeah.
Well, it's the technical term is orifice.
You can
You
keep
go with
saying
that.
that.
This man,
all you
has
want.
a 38
this man has done his research.
has a 38 millimeter orifice on the bottle, Alex. I know.
That's what she said.
That word's making me really uncomfortable.
That's what she said.
Just say it's the bottle mouth. It's not any better. It's really not.
It's that bottleneck.
Look at the mouth on this. It sure does have a pretty mouth.
Is that a bottle mouth? Is that a bottle mouth or a fist?
Oh, man.
If you hear banjos, paddle faster.
All right,
Seriously.
so I know that you wanted to play Hops Roulette without being able to
the
play Hops
virtual
Roulette.
game.
Virtual, yes.
So Alex, in the whole time, Alex was struggling for this beer, and no one helped him.
I attempted to.
You attempted to help. Okay.
She offered me a glass.
I wasn't.
I
gonna
didn't.
help.
All right. So
I'm
we're
stuck
gonna
over here.
I guess we'll describe the beer to you. You'll hear us go
All
around
right.
the table.
None of them know what it is either. Don't worry.
So
You're just gonna have to take your cues from who you
who do
best
you- yeah, who do
believe
you-
has it right.
Who do you trust the most? Which I mean, and for the
Which-
record,
I mean,
most
she
people.
knows everybody so well.
Yeah.
Which don't trust any of
Well,
us.
for the record, most people who play virtually
Win.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, honestly, like,
Coyote's done it. Yeah, Steel's
Steel
done it.
Steel won in
Steel.
California.
Yeah.
Why was I going to say skull?
I don't know.
why.
All right.
Steel
All right.
went from 3,000
Are you,
miles
are you
away.
trying to cheers? Skull.
Yeah, skull.
Skull.
All right, so here we go. So the first.
Hello, how are you?
Cilantro.
Cilantro?
Yeah,
That's
I said
seasoning.
cilantro.
What is-
All right, so it's kind of got a banana note in the smell.
I think you're going for cilantro.
Smell. You want to take a sip? See what you think?
Shalom.
No.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Mazel tov.
So,
That's the color. Oh, good God.
This is why we're not sponsored by beers.
Right? It's like you're trying to like I'm like over here like, and this is what it looks like when you drink it. Oh God, I don't. Oh Jesus! All right, who's up?
That's an encouraging start.
Yeah. Let me try.
Right?
Mostly
Is
you
that
want some?
bad? Did it expire?
No.
It kind of got an olive aftertaste. Anyone else? Green
Olive, you're on your own. I got no olive.
I thought you said almond.
Like,
gonna
I
say,
was kind of
no.
with you on the banana in the beginning, but the olive at the end, no.
Gross.
You want to try it now?
Yeah.
Little banana.
You
little
wanna,
little
this
banana
is gross.
olive?
You want to try it?
Olives and bananas.
Yeah.
Sorry, with a fringe
Right.
on top.
All right,
All right.
Dooley,
All right. So
Dooley.
Dooley, go
If
ahead.
anyone were to ever make that banana and olive, I'd fucking punch them.
It sounds like an '80s like cocktail recipe that you would see like on the spread of a table,
Right next
or
to
maybe
a
the
hard wall banger.
'70s. Yeah.
Right next to...
I kind of get banana breadish, but
Yeah,
the
but
olive.
the olive, I don't get.
I'm
The
thinking
banana,
maybe
I
it's,
get.
maybe it's the fermentation.
All
that
right,
I'm
so
tasting.
Dooley, let's
All
kick
right.
this off. What
All
you
right,
got?
Dooley, go ahead. What do you got?
All right, I'm thinking it's a...
Serious.
What?
cheers.
What are you taking the Cicero exam?
I
Like
know, right?
sometime
No,
this year would be great.
All right,
I was-
Dennis. Moving on.
Y'all go then, motherfuckers. Like, I'm still tasting the shit.
I think it's a Czech pills, or maybe, yeah. I'm gonna go Czech pills. I'm gonna put it low in alcohol. Like when I say low, like 5.5.
Okay.
Um,
Write this down today.
the
Right,
IBUs.
that's right.
Oh shit, we're back to writing it down?
Yeah, I don't think the IBUs are as high as we think, or I don't think they're really high at all. So I'm going to put the IBUs like at 35. And my rating... Yeah, I do like it too.
All right, check pills, 5.5, 35 IBUs, and you give it a 2.
You look like a high schooler taking their first shot
go
of
with
vodka.
a golden lager.
Golden lager?
Golden lager. I'll do about 4.8, and then say maybe 20 IBUs. I'll give it a 3. It's not that bad.
And Dooley?
I'm going with Jason on the whole banana flavor, so I'm thinking probably like a banana lager.
What the fuck is that?
Banana lager.
Dude,
Like,
we said some weird shit on here. Okay,
That is true.
I say banana lager. ABV, I'd go 5.7, and IBU 10. We still doing ratings?
Yeah, still doing ratings.
I give it a 4.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good.
Now, Melissa, they've clearly narrowed it down so much for you.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you go?
I know what it is. I can't.
you know
I can't go. They've clearly narrowed it down for you. Just to recap, we've got a Czech Pils, a banana lager, and a golden lager, and they're between 4.8 and 5.5%. The best I could do is tell you that they are all wrong.
The best I can do is a pizza party.
You sound like my old
brown
boss.
paper napkins and tiny slice of pizza. All right, so it's some juice boxes too. What are the tasting notes? You said cilantro.
Well, no, I think he was trying to say cilantro, as in cheers, but he said cilantro.
Cilantro.
The tasting notes were starts with banana, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
know
I
what
think
starts with banana?
it is kind of banana forward.
Banana E.
It does taste like a banana.
It's crisp.
bread.
Jason, by your face, what's you went low on the IBU, but your face obviously was
There was I don't know, man.
I think it was Jason with the hops thing again.
I don't know, man. It was
I'm trying to
like
give her some kind of hints here
for the best way for me to
tastings.
describe the flavor. It was kind of like alcohol forward, but
Sure,
but
like
it did-
astringent.
Yeah, astringent. That's a good word. And it didn't hit like a high ABV, if that makes sense.
Huh.
All right, now that they've totally again narrowed it down for you so much.
Yeah,
Let's
and
see
again,
what-
it's going to be tough for her because this is probably a local brewery. And,
Let's see what. Let's see
Did
what
you
you
see
come
it?
up
I
with.
just saw the can. Now I know what it is.
Don't say nothing.
No, we're not going to say anything. Obviously,
yeah.
she's still got to make her guess.
Okay.
Really? Then?
Yeah, I did
Okay,
not.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense on the banana now that you see the picture.
Yeah.
You're screwed.
I'm missing something really fun over there.
Well,
Can I just forfeit my turn? I want to find out what it is.
Well, you got to at least give us a guess now. I
Yeah,
mean,
what do you think? Like,
again,
you
we
have to
got-
see the color,
we
correct?
got 2 lager and a pill.
So you guys said Czech Pils,
I got a banana
and-
and a golden lager as well in there.
a banana, and a golden lager.
I will tell you, all of them are low on ABV. The highest one was 5.7. So that's
yeah.
the most advice that I can currently give you. We're gonna go with lager and pills are not correct. It's got a banana note, and it is higher than 5.7.
that's impossible to guess.
Oh, absolutely impossible.
I want to.
I
is
still
it a
think she
Bel-
can get. I think she can get closer than y'all.
Okay.
Is it a Belgian of some kind?
I can't tell you that until you complete your answer. But if you would like, I could write down a Belgian.
Belgian.
Yeah,
What do you-
Belgian. All right. A Belgian what? Are we going Belgian ale?
So I said it was astringent, but I felt like it didn't hit with the alcohol. And he said we were all low in ABV, and your highest was what?
5.7.
5.7. So we were all low.
I'm gonna go 6.2. Maybe.
Oh, there's no hints here.
Well, you already
you
won.
get nothing.
At the same time, she's trying to go off the facial impressions and everything that he's making over there while she's reading it off. You're like,
Well, so
I'm just trying to read the can.
IBUs, this is a pure shot in the dark because even when we guess this, sometimes we can't find it. IBUs are literally made by the brewer, but
Sure.
it's the bitterness unit. It's usually between 1 and 100.
Yeah.
We've seen up to like 120. But what do you think? What do you think the IBUs on this might be for a Belgian at 6.2?
What were the other guesses?
I've got a 35, a 10, and a 20.
I'll say. I'm gonna What were the guesses? Sorry, 30. What? 35.
35 is the high and 10 is the low.
I'm gonna go 18.
That's a good guess considering I just saw the answer. All right, so I admit we kind of gave her some hints here, but this is her first time on the game.
Fair.
I still say that she would come in as the winner here because it is a Belgian triple. This is Golden Monkey.
I almost said it.
So I don't know if you've ever had Golden Monkey, but they also have a Sour Monkey version that's pretty good. But this is a 9.5%er. So it's a Belgian triple at 9.5, Golden Monkey, and the IBUs are 25. The closest without going over was Dennis at 20. But yes, I would say that Melissa probably did win that just for the Belgian and the highest without going over in ABV.
It's the only thing I can think of when you say like banana. Like it gives off some stuff like that.
Like the unfermented sugars.
Yeah.
Like,
Interesting.
And it's a dangerous beer to drink because it doesn't taste 9.5.
well, like,
If you'd have like 3 of these, you'd be like, I need to call Uber.
I don't know. The best way I could describe this, though, is like it's thick.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I could drink 3.
yeah.
Like by the second one, you're gonna feel a little full.
Yeah, it's heavy. Like it sits in your gut. It's like a Budweiser, like with the rice fermentation and all that. Like it's real heavy.
Did you see that banana and clove, not cilantro?
Yeah.
So there is banana.
Cilantro
Or olive.
because
Or
it's
olive.
funny to say cilantro and say cilantro for
So
me.
there is banana in that.
Yeah.
They
But
say
yeah,
that it
it's-
has notes of banana and clove. I don't know if there's banana in it or if that's just again the sugars, but that's what
I was so confused. I was like, what's gonna give like coriander on the front and banana and olives on the back? I was like, I think they're just playing a joke on me. There's not a beer over there. I think
Oh well,
there's
don't
beer.
worry. There have been like
Yeah, there's been some
sparkling
nasty.
waters.
What was like the black hole one that we drank?
Oh
Oh my god, it tastes like toothpaste.
yeah, no, it was like
That
a
was
spearmint something.
Wasn't that one of those Jones's sodas?
No. The ranch soda was like the Jones or whatever.
Well, we had ranch, we had bacon, we had
None of
Corn,
the
sweet corn.
yeah.
Oh no!
I think the sweet corn was probably the best out of them all.
When you say best, I mean it
They
probably
were terrible, but
yeah.
that was like
But-
the easiest one that.
And
it had-
no, that was
But
the
see-
worst. That was the only one I couldn't drink. Everything else I was like, fuck it, I'll drink it.
So
But at the same time, Melissa, you have to realize though, Jason also does like to play tricks and everything. He put liquid death in there the one time.
it's
to
a
see.
sparkling
Oh,
water.
no.
There's no alcohol in it
Yeah.
whatsoever.
So, kitchen pet peeves.
Everything.
Heard that.
Like everybody here has worked.
Did you plug the
in-
slicer back in? Totally.
Everybody here has worked in.
did you clean the slicer?
Right.
Fuck it. Did you sharpen the slicer?
How about did you clean both sides of the blade on the slicer?
There you go.
Well,
there are
like,
two
did you
sides.
leave little bits behind?
I will admit, no matter how much you go with a toothpick, you can never really get like the edge of that thing.
Well, without losing a finger.
No, like like the back of the blade, like right where the guard runs the edge of the blade, and like
So I use a paint scraper.
even with even with a towel, you get the towel in there.
That's what I
like
use.
I've cut towels to pieces. Don't give a shit. You still can't get that thing clean.
Yeah, you can.
You do your
Yeah,
best.
you can.
You do your
I
best.
do it every day.
You just gotta try harder.
What are you guys using the slicer for at the butcher shop?
It depends, like because we got 3 different slicers. We got one for the red meat and everything like that, and then we've got one that we use for slicing like turkey bacon or even like chicken breast, like when people want it like paper thin and everything. Then we also have our deli slicer that we slice the country ham and certain lunch meats that we do actually have and everything. But yeah, like trust me, you gotta get them motherfuckers clean every single time.
Melissa, biggest pet peeve.
Biggest pet peeve: somebody walks past a spill and doesn't pick it up, even if they didn't do it. Those 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Knives hanging off of counters. Like if you put a knife down and the blade or the handle is off.
Yeah,
the counter.
any situation, right? Like a dirty towel laying on a counter, a spill, something dropped on the floor, a knife is sticking the wrong way. But if you're the second person that walks past it and doesn't say anything about it,
You're getting in
you're
trouble.
worse. You're worse than the guy that did it. You're worse than the guy that did it.
That is steep punishment.
Mise en place, Dooley.
Knife cuts,
Dooley, what's your biggest pet peeve?
cutting
Coming
off
here.
of a cutting board?
dropping fries.
Huh?
No, that's our pet peeve for Dooley.
Yeah, y'all said my pet peeve, not y'all's fucking pet peeves. Cutting with any knives off the cutting board.
like not on a cutting board, like straight on the stainless.
Like on a plate or a counter?
Really fucking
The
quickly,
grill.
like,
People cutting on the grill.
anywhere off the cutting board. Like if you touch my knife, I'm kicking you. Like I had my one. We just said we had like 50 to 60 wraps that we had to make yesterday for this group, and the girl that was wrapping the sandwich, the wraps, everything yesterday. She took my knife. She was like, "Here you go. Like, there's your knife. Like, you know, cut them." I'm like, "Cut them where?" And I was like, "Where?" And she's like, "Right there." I'm like, "You're wrapping on the cutting board.
And you want to cut on the table?
You want me to cut with my fucking knife on the cutting?" I was like, "No, give me the fucking cutting board. You wrap on the table and then give me the fucking shit. And I'll cut it on the cutting board."
That sounds about right.
I've had it happen so many times. Like our aunt,
Okay.
he took homeboy's knife from the $25,000 party that we had, and took his personal chef knife and he cut something on the table with his personal.
I just don't understand why people would ever want to cut anything like on a stainless steel table. Like,
I don't get that shit.
Exactly.
It like hurts my teeth.
Uh-huh.
Me,
I
it's
feel that in my soul.
It's against my
nails on a
religion.
chalkboard.
Yeah.
Okay. It's against my religion to do that, which is the religion of food. You cut on a cutting board because that is what it's for.
It's in the name.
Yeah, right? Like, there you go.
I don't know. I mean, like, I feel if you got some strawberries or some cantaloupes or something, you could fruit ninja it if you really feel like it.
Throw it in the fruit ninja.
I thought you were about to
Throw
say
it up in the air.
With a scimitar? Like, what kitchen are you in?
It's the food truck. It's perfectly fine. There's no space. There's no safety.
This is the chapel.
We just roll hot all
It's
day.
not the kitchen anymore. We're in the food religion. This is the chapel. The preacher just pulls out the katana and goes crazy.
What Jason and Alex like to call money is when Alex throws something to Jason, Jason just has a knife and is like, "Money."
That's how we cut cheese.
That's literally that's our signal for like tossing shit down the line. Money means like there's money in the air, food in the air, like money.
Dude,
Like,
anytime I've ever been on the food truck,
I
when
love
y'all
it.
say money, I literally lean forward anywhere I am.
yeah,
I'm
just-
like,
well,
"Yo."
as long as you're not leaning into the throw, that's great. Because if the block of cheese flies past your face,
One time I put my face like damn near
It's
close to-
23 feet from one end of the truck to the other end of the kitchen part. So the truck is 27 feet.
18. Oh no, you're right. Because it's 5. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so
All right. I'll
it's
give you
23 feet of kitchen, like cooking line. And if I need cheese, he's 23 feet away from me, so he just throws me cheese. Like 23 feet
I
down
love
the
that.
line. Like,
Money.
It's like you're at the Pike's Fish Market all the time,
Yeah.
and you're like you could be
I-
smacked in the face with a salmon.
Like when you say cheese pass, it's really a pass. Like,
I still remember one time we were at the Baptist church and Alex called money and I had fries down in the fryer. Yes, I did
Once?
have them down.
You
Yes,
actually had
yes,
them
I
down?
did. Yes,
You
I
had them
had
down?
them
Holy
down.
shit.
We had to tell him twice. Don't get excited.
You're still able to make a joke out of it. Jason Top. And I leaned down so far, I almost had my face like in the fryer basket.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
What I feel on the food truck when they make fun of me.
I can get workman's comp like this. I totally get the day off.
One day,
yeah.
that's it. One day.
Burning oil, face burn. I'm happy. Let's go.
I think that's insurance fraud. You're like, I'm just gonna take the day off for workman's comp.
See, what had happened was I
See, what
slipped.
happened was I accidentally.
See, what had happened was they called money. So I instinctively went forward and burnt my face. So
They're not gonna buy it.
like
They're not gonna pay
biggest
out.
pet
Right?
peeve. My biggest pet peeve is dirty handles. Because like,
Oh, I know
Oh yeah,
that.
sticky cabinet handles.
like
and-
I've picked up a knife that somebody was cutting chocolate cake with, and the entire handle was covered in chocolate, and like I don't know how.
fired.
I don't know how.
we're not
are
even
you-
we're not even on discussion terms anymore. Like
Yeah,
you're out.
just,
You're
like,
fired.
are you
Fuck
just,
it.
like, how did you get both hands dirty when one is
They
holding
know-
the knife?
Which side of the knife to use, right?
I also, I mean, I worked at a place where I found a maraschino cherry that had cherry tomatoes floating in Like
The juice, yeah.
in the like I don't know what like.
Well, they
open it
both
up.
have cherry in the name.
I think
give
you
them a
need to
little-
clarify because the same person who did this would also just wrap random shit in
Saran
plastic,
wrap, wrap knives, saran wrap paper towels,
just saran wrap
like just plastic wrap, the weirdest shit, like a plate. Like I would go.
Glad we're keeping that fresh, guys.
Yeah, I would go
just
in-
the plate too, not like anything on it, just the plate.
The best one though was the hotel pan that was saran wrapped with air in it.
Yes,
and
that's
dated.
right.
And it was dated.
Saran wrapped, brand new. Not like somebody took something out of the pan, like a hotel pan. Like it's not like they took something out of it and then they put the saran wrap back down. No, it was completely like a brand new wrap and dated. It was just empty.
Update.
That's some fresh air, man.
The freshest of air. We even put it in the refrigerator.
I have a new one.
You got a same concept. You got a new one.
Yeah. Someone saran wrapped, deli containers. You
Is
know,
it the same someone? I just need to know.
Like a Chinese quart container. Yeah.
just saran wrapped it. There's nothing in it.
Did it have a lid on it?
It's completely.
They come
clean
with a
now.
lid.
Yeah. Did it have a lid on it?
No,
No.
So they just saran wrapped.
just a deli container.
Why?
I asked myself these questions. It used to be part of the podcast, like in the earlier days when Dooley and I worked together in a hotel.
Yep.
And it was like, guess what? We found saran wrap this week.
Yeah, but it would have like it happened enough that it was a topic every week. Like that wasn't
we found like 7.
That was like a
paring
segment.
knives saran wrapped together. So then we unsaran wrapped them all because we had to count. I don't know why. And it's like the blue Cisco handle, like the cheap ones that are like $1.50. And like so, there was like 7 of them saran wrapped together. So we cut it open, and then like the next week, we found each one of them individually wrapped.
They had all had baby knives.
The individually wrapped paring knives, like in different drawers and cabinets, just all around.
If you
this
put them
one
all
station.
together, though, like that's a hell of a prison shiv.
Which I
You could take a man
understand why you
down.
would saran wrap just the blade.
Well,
Because we're letting the
okay,
kids
yes.
use
If
them.
you're first off, you shouldn't put a knife in a drawer.
Yes.
And if you are going to put 7 knives in a drawer, you might as well saran wrap the shit out of them.
Well, I'm saran wrapping the blades because we had the school help thing.
Oh, okay.
I can understand that.
They
but
had their own box.
All right, I got one for you.
that was the other thing.
Slightly new topic, not new topic, but new position. Pet peeves. 2 minutes. How long?
How long is a kitchen? 2 minutes?
Yeah, like I feel
hour?
like maybe
It could be anything.
maybe-
It's like a rift in the time-space continuum.
2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes could mean 30 seconds, or 2 minutes could mean like, oh shit, it just went down.
Yeah.
Should I
Like-
leave? Should I leave?
15 minutes.
Should I just leave with this so I just don't have to
That's-
hear what y'all gonna say?
That's
Well, no, because we like
You-
to say it to your face, Dooley.
I know you do.
You
How long?
you have to listen to the. You have to listen to the way it's said, right? If somebody goes like, working hard 2 minutes, okay, it's probably going to come within 2 minutes. But if somebody says, 2 minutes, you're like, yeah, I heard, you forgot to drop it.
Yep.
Dooley. Hey, you know Dooley.
But I would
Like
I
they're
just feel
digging,
like
they're digging in the refrigerator. 2 minutes, chef. Like
I just feel like it's way worse. Like as a chef or even as a cook, like if I say how long, just tell me like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like 6 minutes. Like don't tell me 2 because then
My
I'll be
bad.
back in 2.
my bad.
Like-
Honestly, I've been saying like, you know, like fucking come back in 3 minutes. But sometimes I'm starting to say like real time 5.
2 minutes, real time.
See-
5 minutes.
I feel like we deal with this with customers. We tell them 15, they come back in 5. So if you tell somebody 2, they're back in a minute.
Yeah.
You know what
Is
I
that
mean?
like,
Like,
the difference
because
between the
servers-
temperature and the wind chill?
oh no, it doesn't matter. You can tell somebody
like an
if you tell somebody
actual
5
time-
minutes, they will walk away. But if you tell someone 15 minutes, they will stand there
Seven
the
and a
entire
half
time.
minutes. You got to be more specific.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
very specific.
Split
It
the
doesn't
difference.
matter.
You are very specific.
It doesn't matter. They still like 5 minutes. They will.
But then
stand
sometimes
there
I
or
feel
walk
like
away.
you're just pushing the limits of physics, and you're like, come back in 6 minutes. I'm like, shit, I haven't even like opened up like anything yet. Like I haven't even put bread. I haven't got the bread out.
Like, another pet peeve of mine is actually when
Heard
you
warp
tell
speed.
when you tell a server like go just like pretty much stay here, like I'm literally about to plate it right now. Like
Dude.
I've made the pasta. The chicken is cooked. All I gotta do is cut it.
We're combining it onto the eating surface.
Dooley, did you tell him 2 minutes?
No, I told them fucking
Stay right there, 2
Don't
minutes.
move. Don't move.
Told them 15 seconds, and then they walk away.
That's because your 2 minutes is way off. It's just like how big is 8 inches. Everybody lies about it, you know?
Oh.
Stop compensating.
But like
How big is that knife? 8 inches. No.
I worked in a restaurant where they
Well, that's why women have poor depth perception when they drive. But like,
it's why they can't parallel park. We get it. It's fine. Everybody lies about what 8 inches is. You know.
Just saying.
I worked in a restaurant that they did an experiment, and they had everyone close their eyes and raise their hand what they thought 1 minute was. And so everyone, like, you know, they all sit there and like you're using this experiment and like realizing that like in the guest perception like of what you tell them 1 minute actually is, and people are raising their hand after like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even trying to count.
Like,
your eyes
are you? Like, you're not even doing it. You are literally sitting there. Like, you're not running around busting tables right
raise
now.
Your hand, like, raise your hand when you think 1 minute has passed, and like it was crazy. Like, no one made it the full minute, and you're just like watching people like just raise their hands. Like, guys, like
it's been like 12 seconds.
But
calm down, Dooley.
But I mean, like 10 seconds in a kitchen is a long time. Like when you're trying to
get
caught up. Like, when you're behind on tickets, like, that 10 seconds, like, hold for 10 seconds, man. We can get a lot of shit accomplished and, like, shit on plates in 10 seconds.
Just like what homie said.
I mean, just tell them to come back in a Hot Pocket.
2 minutes.
Everybody knows how long that takes.
2 minutes hurt.
You can come back in a ramen, okay?
Right.
That's 3.
Be right back.
Come back in a Hot Pocket. I'll have it ready for you.
I'm gonna start
What if
using
it's
that.
2 Hot Pockets, though?
I'm gonna start telling y'all that.
Yeah, but when you put 2 Hot Pockets in the microwave at the same time, you got to double up.
That's true.
So, I have a question. When you eat ramen, do you expect there to be some kind of broth?
Yes.
Yes? That
Yes.
seems reasonable, correct?
It is the soup.
I went to a reasonably high-priced restaurant this past weekend. Valentine's Day. It was Valentine's
shit.
Day.
Good job.
And
You took her to ramen.
No.
You didn't take her to Jared, but you took her to ramen.
I'll drop this place. I took her to Orion's Roof.
Oh,
yeah, that place sucks.
That's fancy around here.
That's fancy, but
Local reference. Is it fancy?
It's fancy.
Not.
I'll put it to you like this: my drink was $24.
Damn.
yeah.
One drink.
It's on the roof of the
Wow.
hotel.
It is. It's on like the. I don't know, the
Did the
fucking
drink
30th
wash
floor
your
or something.
car for you?
No.
Did you have to validate?
It did come in a bikini though. It was nice.
Okay, then.
But the ramen came brothless.
See,
I'm a
now
ramen fan, and I didn't finish it. Like I was literally just like, nope.
I feel like we gotta
How
call
much
Big.
is a
We
ramen?
gotta call Big Dave, and we gotta verify it. That could have been a mistake.
He's not there.
How much was a ramen?
Yeah, but he was there.
That's
He
true.
should
The
know
ramen was
menu.
only like $14-$18. Like it wasn't. It was
Your
not super
drink
expensive.
was more than your meal.
Oh, my drink was like double my meal.
Okay, was it fancy though? Did it have like the
Smoked
little...
old fashioned. Are you talking about the ramen? Or are
I'm
you talking about the
talking
drink?
about- I'm on the
'Cause
ramen,
I'm
yeah.
more impressed with the drink.
it was a drink worth $24.
Wait.
I want to hear about this dry ass
wait.
ramen.
Come on.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Did it have a
Not
fish
the
cake?
ramen.
Did it have
Yeah,
your
I got you.
seaweed?
What?
so-
Fish cake, your seaweed, your soft hard-boiled egg. Did it have your...
Had
And
the
when you
soft-
say rice cake, I want the pink spiral.
Yeah,
in the
pink spiral.
Yeah, I want the fish cake one.
Yeah.
No, we're
Nothing?
talking minimalist here. Well, like the
That's
like
why
the
they didn't
sprouts.
give you the
we had
broth.
we had the noodles. We had the sprouts. We had like almost like a chicken bread, if that makes any type of sense. It was like a glazed chicken bread. Is the best way I could describe it. I'm sure if I had read the menu more and paid more attention, I would have read more. But again,
I feel like you're just
I'm not
putting-
even.
You were $40 in a beverage and ramen.
Yeah, and the beverage was great.
I feel like
Have
you're just
no-
putting
no
words together
complaints.
right now.
I'm surprised that, like, again, how do you get a brothless ramen? Like, that's
Or maybe the menu was just putting words together like, oh, ramen, we like this word.
Chicken
Like-
bread.
Chicken
bread.
It was like it's the best way I could describe it as a glazed chicken
So
bread. I don't know.
it was like, were the noodles correct?
The noodles were correct.
Okay.
But again,
so-
just brothless. Like, how do you?
Is-
That's just like, and I mean
Were
like,
they-
I mean like no broth, like
See, I want-
nothing.
They weren't
what-
dressed
No,
even,
like
or no...
See,
No.
what I'm feeling is like a server went through and grabbed your food, and the expo was probably supposed to broth that bitch at the last minute.
And
Maybe
they
there was
didn't.
like a pitcher, yeah.
I
Or
maybe,
like a
but
ladle.
that would have made a difference. Like literally halfway
'cause,
through,
like,
I was just like,
you
I'm
know,
done.
It's like
I-
set up on the table and like, all right, man, like we're waiting for the other plate that
Right.
goes with this. Well, we got to hit it with that hot broth before it goes out, and then the expo turned their back, and the server like walked by, saw their plates, and was like, bloop, and, like just
This
took
is
them.
my food.
Yeah, right?
That's
And they're like,
that's also one of my huge pet peeves. Please don't grab anything out of the window until I tell you you can take it, or you will die.
Like the appetizer was good. It was like a steamed dumpling bread. You know what I mean? Like, that was good.
steamed dumpling bread with nothing in it.
No, it had something in it. I don't
It
remember.
was like, so it was a steamed dumpling.
Yes.
Like
they call it a bao bun.
Bao bun.
Bao
Okay.
Bao bun.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to, layman terms, steamed dumpling, probably more
Is this place
accessible.
authentic?
Sir, this is the Food for Thoughtcast. It is a bao bun. And if they don't
gonna
know
think
what
about
it is,
all of it.
they can Google it.
Well, the bao buns
They-
were good, but
they
the
gonna learn
ramen
today.
The ramen was not. I'm a ramen fan, and
'Cause,
I did not finish my ramen.
I mean, Big Dave, the whitest white dude that you know. If you could imagine the whitest white dude you know is red hair.
He turns red when he gets mad.
Yeah,
But-
he worked the walk station at that establishment for like 3 years. Like he was on contract.
That is special.
But
I'm looking at their menu right now.
are you so hungry? You're trying to see if it has broth?
Well, that's what's going to look. See, because it might be like just a straight noodle dish or something like that, but
No.
it's not even on their menu.
So we're back to menu terms and chicken bread.
I'm gonna find out
Chicken
what that was
bread.
now. I'm like
They
determined.
got chicken pad thai on there, but it was $26.
This place is called Orion's?
Orion's Roof.
Orion's Roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
This is
mean,
like
again,
like-
authentic,
Like the constellation, Orion?
Yes.
yes.
Hey, you
Okay,
said
okay.
Great view.
It had tofu in
Great
it?
view.
It's
They
like
do that.
authentic,
So
like-
in Virginia Beach, they do that a lot. They like to put restaurants on the roof of hotels that are on the ocean front. Obviously,
did it have peanuts?
It's like
like
No, it's-
Isle of Capri is on the
Yeah.
6th floor.
Oh, no
like-
wonder I didn't know what was in it because it's a chef's special ramen and it's seasonal and daily selections.
Seasonal.
The selection was
At least
not
they
to
didn't-
give your ass any broth.
At least they didn't say artisanal. But
He
yeah,
he just wanted to give you lo mein.
it's on the lunch menu. That's why
it's
you
on lunch
can't
menu,
find it.
okay.
It's on the
That
lunch
should, he was like lo mein. That's all it is. Lo mein.
I
So-
mean, like again, like it had the egg, it had the seaweed, and it had maybe 2 other things, but like no broth. Like what? I could have survived without any of the. You could have given me noodles and broth, and I probably would have been happy. And you fucked that up.
Happier.
Like, happier. Yeah.
So
Should have just
Melissa,
got a cream beef bowl.
on your current menu, I'm going to say current because I don't know how often you guys change your menu, but on your current menu, what is your favorite item?
So we have a really, really nice burger.
Oh.
Super nice.
What's the
It's our
blend?
it's our signature item.
What's the blend?
So
Wait,
it's
now we're gonna dive into your
Proprietary.
Thank you for that word. So the blend of the burger is
it's 100% Angus.
okay.
It's 100% Angus. It's very much like an upscale McDonald's burger. Man, I don't
mean,
think anybody
I'm
would.
not mad at it.
80-20.
I don't think anybody would have a
fucking-
problem with me saying that. But the pickles are homemade. The buns brioche.
Whoa,
It's
whoa,
good.
whoa, 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 whoa!
There's a menu word for a certain person at this
Back it
table right
up.
there.
Back it up.
Wait a
back it
minute.
up.
Wait a minute.
Do
Wait.
your pickles bounce?
What?
Do your pickles bounce? That is a legitimate question. I think in either Pennsylvania or Delaware. I'd have to look that up right now. But one of them, literally, it is not a
Pennsylvania.
pickle if it doesn't bounce. So you
true.
said you made homemade pickles. Do they bounce? I need to know if your pickles bounce, lady.
She's gonna
Like,
go
this
to
is
work tomorrow.
important
And she's gonna
stuff.
start slapping
Throw-
pickles on the counter.
What the fuck are you doing, Melissa?
Shoe chef walking by like, what the fuck?
Don't worry about it. Just keep walking. Keep walking.
I think they went.
They do not bounce.
Oh.
No, because they
They're
stick
not
to
pickles.
shit.
They're not
Like,
pickles.
You slap that bitch on the wall, guess what? It's on the wall.
That's old cucumbers, all right? You guys-
Melissa, I can see you going into work tomorrow, and then your sous chef comes in, you're bouncing pickles off the wall, and then they're gonna be like, she needs to have a vacation. She needs to get the fuck off of work.
It's Connecticut, by the way.
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Okay,
A pickle
so-
must rebound if dropped to the to be officially considered a true pickle.
Why did you choose brioche?
Oh yeah, there you
See,
go.
that's what I was talking about. Like, that's a menu word for him.
I did not.
Oh,
but
there it is.
the people that made the menu, I guess they just thought it was the best choice.
Okay,
Don't-
well,
I
it's
don't
trendy.
mind a good brioche
everyone
bun, but
It's
I
trendy.
like
It's super
I
trendy.
prefer like a jalapeno cheddar sourdough. Like I like a
I like what you're thinking.
I just like something different.
Like, because like our burger on the truck, which we are very proud of, when we use a pandesal, which is a Filipino bread.
Yep.
It is kind of sweet, but nowhere near as sweet as the brioche.
It's kind of like bolillo bread, right?
Yeah, very close.
Yeah.
Jason's a big
Yeah.
fan of if I want to eat a brioche, I'd have a donut.
Yeah. If I want a donut,
yeah.
buy a donut.
I just feel like it is.
It's not like a cruller though.
It
and
is
it's close
dancing that
though.
line, man.
It's
It is.
very rich and eggy. Yeah, I see that. I totally see that.
But like
We-
our
we
burger,
have
like
a-
so when we blend our burger and it is chuck, ribeye, and bacon, and it's
Sounds so good.
yeah, and if we flat top it, are you guys flat topping or are you grilling?
Flat top.
Flat top. I think that's the way to go.
Get that good char on
that
the
good
outside.
crust on that.
And a lot of places I've worked have always been like char grilled burgers, and you have a flat top sitting right next to the char grill, and I don't know why we're not like
I have to
flat topping
admit,
these burgers.
Flat top and then finish on the char grill. That way we get the little lines.
I had Burger King for the first time in forever the other day, and
How was it?
it was actually pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
had Hardee's today,
So
and
awful.
just because it was in the parking lot of the grocery store I was buying beer at, and
You got a burger?
I got the burger.
They're disappointing.
Dude, all right,
Chicken
so
sandwich.
my burger tastes like fish.
Yeah.
And it was
Oh God.
and I don't know how.
They don't have fish. Yeah,
They
like,
do have fish. They do have fish. And I drove by and like I was getting in, there was no line. I'm lying. I was like, I'm getting in line. No, I'm not.
Hold
I'm
on.
driving up to the drive-thru because there
Was
is
it
no
the one?
line.
Was it the one in front of Aldi's?
Yeah.
They never have a
Lidl,
fucking line.
Lidl.
Yeah, Lidl, that one.
Yeah, it's like
We
the
never have a
slowest
fucking
place in the world, right? So I pull up. I'm like, this is gonna be quick. It was not quick, and only one side of the burger was cooked.
They went, oh shit.
So
there's a
one side was
customer.
brown, the other side was gray. It had a very
appetizing.
distinct. But as I looked at the window, they were doing a 2 for $6 fish sandwich. I get it. It's almost Lent. Everybody's gonna have a fish sandwich anyway. So I ordered the chicken sandwich, and in the back of my mind, I was like, these are gonna taste like fish. I fucking know it because they're running a special and they're probably using both.
Yeah.
Fryer. They're just throwing fish in whatever fryer is available.
But we've been wanting to try that chicken.
Panko breaded pollock. Yum.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm allergic to fish.
So
where
I
can
don't know
put
how
this at?
the burger ended up tasting like fish, but it had like a background of fish, and then
That's so
Because
gross.
they totally
Yeah.
put fish on your bun and
And
then
then-
realized
and
it was
then-
supposed to be a burger.
and then the fried chicken definitely had like the hint of filet of fish going on, like, and I know it's because like you're cooking fish in that fryer and then you're throwing like your chicken
Yep.
and like I did not
Yep.
order French fries from that establishment because I could only imagine what those are going to taste like.
You know what I don't
And I
understand?
hate fish sticks.
Why is it that
fries.
every time they do a fish sandwich, no one ever comes out with like a spicy fish sandwich?
I mean, pitch it to Wendy's.
Y'all want to do fish? We can do fish.
I do not want to do fish.
I don't want to
We,
do
on-
fish
we
either.
only have 2 fryers, and one is for meat and one is for French
We
fries.
got you the fire sauce fish sandwich.
Just saying, like
And
no
then
one,
your
no one ever
chicken
goes
comes out
spicy on the
tasting like
fish. You
fish.
know,
I mean, if everybody else can do it, there's a reason. Fucking Popeyes has a line, right?
we're gonna move this microphone closer to your face.
Right? You want to talk? You want to speak it to the microphone.
Producer's gonna get in on this. Come on now.
talking to the mic. I got
All we gotta do is bring up some fast food this week. Like, what about the Subway game? Bring up the Subway
There's
game.
been little to no invention brought to any of the fried fish sandwiches over the years.
Well, that's what
They're
Alex,
the
I think,
same.
yeah, everybody.
They're all the same. They're all tartar. Like it's like tartar
I'm
lettuce.
with you
blood.
though. They can use like Wendy's could use the spicy chicken breader to make fish. Obviously, don't bread your chicken in the same breader.
I mean, I just feel like
I feel like that's coming frozen anyway.
like they come up with sauces for fucking everything. Can you at least like put a spin on tartar? Like
Spicy
I,
tartar.
I don't know, make it different. You know?
We call it charter.
Oh,
Jason, why are you not on the marketing team?
They've
Y'all
missed a
heard
huge
of tartar.
opportunity.
Yeah, right. So, like, Melissa, do you do fast food at all? Have you done any fast food recently?
Eaten it or worked at one?
Eaten it.
I like
Yeah.
the second
Either,
question
either
better.
way,
yeah.
like, I mean, let's
Hey, got some inside-
deep
So
dive.
inside
we went to go see Ant-Man the other night, my brother and I, and it was just about that time when we were getting out of the movie, and we'd had a couple beers, and it was like, it's Jack in the Box time. Let's go.
Oh, nice.
And
we don't have those.
you don't have those? Yeah, we don't have Hardee's here.
I think we have
So-
one, but it's like
You
in
got, but you
Hampton.
got Carl's Jr., right?
Not in Texas. No,
No.
not where I am. Not in North Texas. No.
So you
But
have
I've
no
had
Carl's
I've had
Jr.
Carl's
from the
Jr.
West,
in Georgia.
no Carl's
Because it's
Jr.
like-
from the West, and no Hardee's coming from the South.
Yeah, and then it's like we have very defined
Whataburger.
lines. It took forever for In-N-Out to get here, and then we have Whataburger. So, but yeah, we went to Jack in the Box, and I had an egg roll and some tacos at like midnight. It was awful. But you don't go to Jack in the Box till like you end up there. Like
Right.
it's not the goal is not to go there, but
It's like,
yeah.
I need some tacos at
So-
3 o'clock in the morning. The
This
Taco
is-
Bell line was too long, but I really need that Jack in the Box with the American slice taco.
Right. I've given up.
Jack in the
I've given up
Box.
my life. You know, I've given
I've
up on
never
my
had Jack in
life,
the
and
Box.
this is what I need now.
Just see the Del Taco,
You-
you'll have it.
This is what I think. So you're talking about the fish flavor on your burgers. Like this is what I think is hilarious. The Chick-fil-A is going to come out with this cauliflower alternative sandwich, right? Have you seen this?
You got up at the wrong time.
You should have said some shit about Chick-fil-A.
No,
cauliflower bullshit.
And Chick-fil-A.
The producer got up at the wrong time, took her headphones off, started to walk away. You mentioned Chick-fil-A and cauliflower? That's like a double whammy.
Jason's
like,
eating
whoop,
cauliflower burgers. Jason's eating cauliflower burgers.
So I guess my thing with that though is the people are going to come through. They're going to be like, I'm a vegan or whatever, and I'm like, dude, they're frying it in the same.
It's just like the Impossible Burger.
Chicken, right?
It's going on the same grill.
Plant, it's going on the same grill, and that's what cracks me up about the Impossible Whopper is like you put mayonnaise and cheese on it. Stop it, you know.
Oh, actually, the Whopper I don't think comes with cheese. You gotta ask
you gotta ask for cheese on the Whopper.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
But mayonnaise is definitely there. But that's eggs.
Is it sad that I never order any of the staples from like any of the chains?
So
like
you went to Burger King. What'd you get?
The triple stack, which was great, and then they had like the Bacon King, also pretty fucking good. Again, haven't had a charbroiled burger in a while. Maybe that's what it was, but I was surprised. I am not a Burger King fan in general. Like I'm actually kind of anti Burger King, and I was like, try it out. Fucking killing it, Burger King. Good job.
The zesty sauce for the onion rings, that shit's good.
See, I think their onion rings are garbage.
The onion rings are garbage, but
I think their onion rings are garbage. I like Sonic's onion rings. They actually bread them in house.
Well, yeah, they do that fresh every day. That's
when
why.
was the last time anybody went to McDonald's and got a Big Mac?
I haven't been to McDonald's almost 6 years. So.
The last
probably
time,
10 years ago.
Exactly. Like
the last time I went to, I'm not.
I never ordered the staples. Like I never get their signature shit.
I digress. The last time I had a Big Mac from McDonald's is because there was a thing on the app. If you got it delivered, a Big Mac was like $1. And
so, buy one get one for $1 or something.
I don't know. Like no, it was like if you just place an order through the app, it was like $1. No, it wasn't even delivery. If you just picked it up in the drive-thru, so you like go across the street, put in your order.
Yeah,
Big Mac for $1. I just added it to the order, and then we came home and like it is not as big as I remember it being. It's like tiny. Like
oh yeah.
It's like the regular size of their regular burger, and they just give you two. So
photos are enlarged to show details.
Are you sure you weren't holding it in front of your rearview mirror?
But it's like like maybe I just got bigger, But I remember as a child, a Big Mac being a big sandwich.
Well, you haven't really grown that much, but
Who sent me the broccoli? Jason, were you the one that sent me the broccoli story?
The broccoli
to my Instagram about being a giant,
yes,
and eating tiny trees.
Yes, that was me.
Now you have me every single time I eat it, going, "Oh, I'm a giant." Yeah,
well, that's how my dad got me to eat broccoli when I was a kid.
And maybe it's like that with a Big Mac and Little Debbie's. How small are those things getting?
Right, those have gotten small.
Yeah,
but
that's because they started making the large ones too.
Yes, because now we have the big,
the single big cookie.
See, I think the big ones are the original size, and then so it's like big fudge round.
They reverse engineered that.
Yeah,
they retconned that.
Melissa, do you guys
what's going on?
Do you guys do breakfast or brunch?
We have some brunch offerings. Yes,
some brunch. I'm assuming
is
only
it
on
daily
like Sundays?
Or only on Sundays?
Every day.
Oh shit. Well, then that segues into this next beautiful topic.
I didn't tell them where you worked because I felt like it was the easiest way to stop anyone from saying where you worked.
Yeah, of course.
But it is a fancy establishment.
Okay, but
it's pretty bougie.
We're going away from bougie, and we're going to jump into fast food breakfast.
Let's go.
So, what is your favorite fast food breakfast, and what are your thoughts on fast food breakfast in general? Because to be honest, I think it's a realm that they never should have dipped into, but I'm addicted.
You are.
So I think for some people it's necessary, but I think as we move away from commuter culture, it's probably not as necessary, or it's not as much of a niche as it started out to be.
Oh, the only reason I hit them is because I don't wake up early enough.
Right. And it really annoys me when somewhere doesn't, if they're not serving it all day. Like I have lusted after the Whataburger breakfast tacos forever and ever and ever. I can't ever make it at the right time. And the hours we work, like it never really works out. Yeah, they're delicious. So I'm a sweet and savory fan, 100%. Like all out sweet and savory. It's almost in every meal. What I like to do is I like to go to Sonic and get the ultimate breakfast burrito, and I like to take the French toast sticks, open that bad boy up, and put them inside. with the maple syrup and hot sauce. It's kind of like a chicken and waffles type deal, and then I roll it back up and eat it.
I'm falling in love over here.
I know, it's gross.
I'm anti-chicken and waffles.
When you moved to Virginia,
that's chicken and French toast, but I could totally see Alex unwrapping his burrito and shoving more shit inside of it.
Shoving more shit inside of it, maybe. I don't know about the French toast sticks.
No, that sounds awful.
Come on, I fucking complimented.
I didn't say it was
Taco
classy.
Bell.
I just said it was delicious.
I complimented the Taco Bell burrito. They're just basic sausage burrito, and I complimented it because of how shitty it was. It is it is the simplest bullshit. It's probably only like $1.50. It's egg, sausage, and cheese wrapped in a tortilla.
See, I don't know that you can produce that at your house for $1.50 though. Realistically, right? And that's where I feel like, yeah.
But the cheese was like a cheese sauce.
But it was very melty. But here's the thing: I got the grande version, which was just a larger version, and I think that they just tried to put whatever they had in it. So it was add some tomatoes and some cubed potatoes, and
so what you're saying is it's basically a best Philly where we just what do we have on the truck? Throw it in there.
See, ours turned out good.
Yeah, that is true.
We charge.
That's my. Go ahead. Sorry.
We charge a premium because our food's good. I feel like Taco Bell doesn't because it's not. But I mean, you know that going into it.
Their fucking beans.
Look, you can't say Taco Bell's like.
Have you ever been to Taco Bell?
I will insult Taco Bell. I will eat Taco Bell, but I will insult Taco Bell.
No, I
complimented them on their shittiness. That is literally where I'm at.
I love Taco Bell at a certain inebriation point.
That's
See,
whenever
normally
you think they have a
not at
Michelin star
breakfast.
chef back there, but then you
Normally
wake
not
up.
at breakfast.
I think it definitely has its purpose, but I also feel like Taco Bell has a really unique strategy for how they come up with menu items.
Fourth meal.
So they go, they go like,
stoned.
we have these numbers and we need the next number. So we need a number 11. So we're going to take the number 1, wrap it the number 4, put chili on it.
Dude, yes.
And we're going to stick it inside the number 6. That's how it happens. And I'm like, that's genius. Your geniuses.
It's not even okay. So
that is cross utilization at the max.
That is how you get the cheesy. that is how you get the cheesy gordita
Look at their
crunch
menu
supreme.
though. That's how they're doing
it. It is literally like a high line cook who is I'm going on lunch and just mix some shit, and that's how it becomes part of their menu.
What's a Mexican pizza? I took nachos and put it in between 2 tacos.
Oh well, they're flat tacos.
Yeah, 5 tacos.
They're open face flat tacos.
Good God. Open face sandwich is not a sandwich.
It's
not
between
a
2
sandwich.
pieces of bread.
No.
An open face is not between 2 pieces of bread.
Where do you stand?
Are you going to go for the hot dog? You're going for the hot dog.
I gotta ask the
You're
question.
going for the hot dog.
Where do you stand on the hot dog?
Is hot dog a sandwich? That's what he's asking.
I'm out of this category.
I don't think a hot dog's a sandwich.
Why?
Because I
need
think it's
reasons.
because I think the sandwich it's literally open face. So we have the weenies facing up. And you put all the crap on top of it.
To be fair, the weenie's facing every direction. It's round.
Oh my God. I don't consider a wrap a sandwich either. So if the bun is one piece, it's not 2 pieces.
So then a hoagie, a po' boy, a cheesesteak, none of those are sandwiches either because they're all in basically the same vessel.
A po' boy is totally a sandwich.
Not by her math.
It can't be a sandwich if the bread is not disconnected, basically.
Because
if a hot dog is not a sandwich,
to the whole...
a hoagie can't be a sandwich.
You don't cut through the hinge?
Never.
On a hot dog or a hogie?
No, like a hoagie or a grinder.
No. Why would you cut through the hinge?
Told you, it's the top.
I'm starting to question if I even want to continue this conversation. There's literally terms that I will hand Alex a sandwich and be like, this one has a questionable hinge, this one has no hinge. When we're talking cheesesteaks, if the hinge is failing, I have to let him know because he's going to put more things in here and he's wrapping it, so he needs to know the delicate nature.
This is a failing sandwich.
Yeah.
This sandwich is good.
And we have to keep switching. We were using Amorosa, which is the. I'm going to call him out because it was it is the echelon of what everyone uses for a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
It's a hearth baked bun.
Used to be the echelon.
Post COVID, their quality just diminished, and it's just something that we couldn't get around. We wanted to use them.
When you go to when you buy a
Yeah.
bun and it's literally looking like a top split hot dog bun and it's not supposed to,
Or it looks like your shoe sole came off and you got like the flapper.
And it's talking. Yeah.
And like that's how the bread was coming, cut and everything. So then we started ordering. Like, we'll just get them uncut. We'll cut them ourselves. You know,
that didn't matter either.
And then what the hell is that? Sorry.
Street sweeping?
I don't
Street
know.
sweeping? It sounds like street sweeping.
Yeah. We paid for that.
Yeah, we pay for
pay.
street sweepers.
They've never have they
Sorry.
ever come by on Monday? Like
They've
I
never
don't think
come.
that's a thing.
I was expecting. I can get behind like the bus backing up. Beep, beep, beep.
Like the jets we're used to. Yeah, what the fuck is that?
That's
Street
a new
sweeper.
one. That's a new one.
Probably somebody trying to move the boat out of the other.
Yeah, I know, and and I was really hoping we get some jet noise, for the podcast.
Yeah, a little
Like,
freedom.
just little freedom. No, where was that? Oh, and the bread. So it just became too inconsistent. Like the tops would be scored straight down; they'd be scored 3 times diagonally. They wouldn't be scored at all. Like the bread was just like coming in. Like some of them would be 6 inches, some would be 10 inches, some would be 8. So we just had to switch bread companies altogether.
Sure.
Like it's just like it's the small things like that I think fast food misses on. But I feel like they have quality control that they are. But like in our world, like the small things of trying to just have the bread consistent for our sandwiches that we're producing. Like it's very important, and like we're constantly on the hunt. We went through I don't know how many different
we just tried a new bread this past week.
Yeah, how many different styles of shaved ribeye did we go through before we just landed on the one that we just consistently use now? Like
6.
Yeah, I totally get that. And I think, that's why people eat out. It's in theory, it really needs to be better than what you could make yourself to justify you spending the money on it. And that's why it takes people like you guys, making sure everything's consistent and like paying attention to the quality.
hold on. The street sweeper's coming back around.
For the most part.
Can you hear that?
Like really faintly, but I thought it was maybe like a microphone noise.
No, it's definitely like just cleaning the streets.
On our end, you can definitely hear it. It's just...
You can send them over here. My neighborhood has some of the dirtiest streets. I don't even know.
Texas.
Dallas County has a street sweeper. I know we don't have
They'll have a driver for it though.
I know we don't have a snowplow. That's for sure. But
I don't envy you on your cost of living, I'm sure, but I will admit Dallas is pretty at night.
Pretty at night.
Not during the daylight.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
But do you want to be out there at night?
If you're driving through Dallas,
It depends on where you're at. Depends on where
It
you're
actually looks really good.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
if you're driving
if
through
you're
it,
driving
it looks
through,
really good.
passing through on the interstate.
Yeah.
at. Don't get out of the car.
Hey, I didn't say that. I said driving through.
I did.
That sounds like my old neighborhood. It's a good old McKees rock.
That's like Atlanta. No matter what time you're going through there, just like what happened, I'm in the wrong spot now. I need to continue driving.
Doors locked. Doors
Oh,
locked.
yeah,
Doors
yeah.
locked. Don't stop for that red light. Don't stop for that red light.
They are forever on construction.
Dude, I found that
100%.
out driving through Atlanta, going to Texas.
Oh, did you go on the Beltway? Like, so it's like the NASCAR track that goes around the outside.
No,
of
I
Atlanta?
had to get gas, and then
You went. Oh, you never get off the track, bro.
dude, I had like fucking 40 more miles. And there's no way of getting gas after that shit.
Man, you run out of gas on the Beltway, and you wait for the emergency vehicle to come give you a couple gallons so you can get out.
There's literally, I'm pretty sure I told all y'all, Melissa, I don't know if you heard about it or anything on the podcast, but like when I came back from my road trip to Texas, there's a crackhead that just kind of stood at our windows like, ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding.
yeah.
Y'all got a cigarette? No, while we're smoking a cigarette. Nope. Now you got
Nope.
shit for you. Can this light turn fucking green?
So you're go ahead.
Go ahead. You guys were talking about Atlanta, and on one of the previous, I think it was like 2 or 3 episodes ago, you said that you guys didn't try the varsity, whoever it was that went out there, because you couldn't find it.
Yes, I went.
So has
to
anybody
Atlanta.
actually had it, or okay, go ahead.
I did not. I did not find the varsity, so I have not had it.
Man,
Are you a fan?
I haven't had it. No, I haven't had it either. Every time I've ever been in Atlanta, it's just been in the airport. Like
good
to
old
connect.
Hartsfield Landing. Yes, yeah. There's always a connection there, and always a fucking delay.
I will admit, the only time I've really eaten in Atlanta is in the airport as well. But One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I think is what it is. One Flew Over, something like that. Oh, it's a top-rated spot in Atlanta's airport.
In the airport?
Fucking worth it.
Really?
Great.
Only time I've been in Atlanta is when a crackhead was trying to fucking attack us. For a cigarette.
like the biggest thing I remember.
That sounds like a normal dually day, though. So
I went to some Viking burger
Hold on, real quick.
in.
You think anybody around Dooley is fried? He can't get fries in the fryer. Continue.
I'm gonna.
I went to a Viking
verbally
restaurant,
abuse you.
Viking burger
Sure.
in Atlanta. But like my biggest, like I was there for work, and like so I had minimal free time to kind of explore. But I did make it to the Coke Museum. And
Which kind?
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
You know which kind. Get back on the rails.
This day in 1967, the CIA distributed 6 million kilos of cocaine.
The cool thing is the Coke Museum. The Coke Museum is free.
Well,
And then you go.
the first time's always free.
That's surprising.
First time's free.
The first time's always free.
Don't do too much because we want you to come
Just,
But the
just
best,
say no, kids.
the best part is at the end. I mean, because you get to walk through and you get to see like all the
Don't
Olympic
do crack.
torches and all that crap. But at the end, they have like the fountain machine that has like all the weird shit from all over the globe, like
Yeah.
watermelon
They got that at
Coke from
Epcot, too.
Japan.
Are you talking
Yep.
about like the original Coke that had cocaine inside the Coke?
Yeah, they have that there too. It's on tap, dude. Just
Oh, dude,
He's
I'll tell
so
you.
excited right now.
I got that at Epcot too.
you're gonna have to
Yeah.
delete this whole part.
Coke
I'm
doesn't
deleting
sponsor
nothing.
us.
It's all or nothing.
Coke doesn't sponsor us, and if it did, it would probably be cocaine.
It is restaurant industry.
Who sponsors you? Coke? A cola? No.
No.
Do you
Coca.
Have you heard of a man named Escobar?
S bar?
His
job.
name.
Doing great,
S-bar.
Julie.
I've
Doing
had,
great.
S-bar.
I've had some beers.
How long on the fries?
Oh!
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes in.
Oh my god!
I couldn't resist.
That was
She gets
great.
four for that.
That was
so.
great.
She's definitely member T Fecchia now.
Why don't you just move on down here and just
You
do
can,
a
replace, you can just
podcast?
replace Dooley. Like,
I cannot wait to come try the food truck sometime. I'm going to make it over there.
It
I don't
is-
even make it to that coast very often, but I'm going to do it.
yeah, I mean, it's a labor of love. Like, honestly, like everything we do is like scratch, and it's
Love it.
early mornings. Like we're 2-3 hours before the food truck opens, we're prepping, and then we go
course.
out and we work all day, and then 2-3 hours after the truck is closed, we're cleaning. Like it's it's
Yep.
And honestly,
It is like you go into this business thinking like, oh, I'll make my own hours. No, the fuck you don't.
No, being your own boss is 3 times as much work as you ever think it is.
Yeah.
Like,
And Melissa,
100%.
if you were to come over here and everything like that, see the truck, even if I'm not there, I'll come see you. And just, if you don't insult me, then I don't feel like it's a real introduction.
visit,
Like,
Like
damn it, Julie,
Okay,
where
then.
the fuck are the fries?
damn it, Dooley, where are the fries? You said 2 minutes.
but I mean, like
I was on my other job.
like we like when we looked at it in like the food truck, which Alex and I had this pipe dream going down the road, and then like the way we ended up on the Great Food Truck Race is like clicking on a pop-up ad.
No way, that's amazing.
I was
literally.
actually researching a recipe for like an Indian dish at work.
I think it was that fucking Thai peanut butter satay.
I can't remember what the recipe was, but like I was on the Food Network page, just like, and you click on recipes and go down and like you
Sure,
start
sure.
scrolling through like 100 like recipe ideas and like what recipe do I have these ingredients like, and then like a pop-up ad just like came up like on the Food Network page and it was like, now casting for the Great Food Truck Race. I was like, oh, that sounds like fun. Click, and like I clicked on it and it's like, answer these 3 quick questions, and then so I just answered them and like forgot about it.
4 weeks later, they send
And
you
it
a
was
fucking
like
email.
no, it was like 4 months later. I don't know. Like it was just like I was randomly just like clearing out my email box. Like I was actually like on my way to the bathroom. My wife is sitting on the couch and I'm just like delete, 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 just like scrolling through, like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm just gonna delete some more emails in the bathroom, and like, I'm like halfway down the hallway, and I get to if you're casting from the Great Food Truck Race, if you're still interested, we need you to fill out this questionnaire. And of course, it was like they sent it in December, and like here we are, January. And I'm actually checking it, and I was like, oh shit! I gotta get on that. So we spent the night like filling out this questionnaire. It was like 60 questions. I was texting Alex and Dooley like, I need you to send me this information because I'm filling out like the application in the middle of the night for the Great Food Truck Race.
Yeah.
And so then we send that in, and then I guess a couple more months pass, and I get a phone call at work. My GM was standing next to me, and like my phone rings, and I look at it, and it's like, maybe the Food Network. And I looked at her, and I was like, I got to take this one. Like,
I gotta go.
Yeah, so I just like walked into an office, and they're like, they set up like a Skype interview. So Alex and Dooley and I were just quick Skype interview. Like you get like 10 seconds basically. Like it's an interview that takes about 30 minutes. They're gonna crimp it down into 10 seconds, and then they're gonna run it past all the producers, and that's how you get selected.
They're basically looking for a soundbite.
Yeah,
right.
And so like
Damn it, Dooley.
Again, like, at work, you're like you get it.
We tried to get that on the show. It
That's
didn't
all
work.
you need to hear. Damn it, Doler.
And then like I don't know. I guess it was like 3 weeks later. I get another call at work, and it's late. I mean, I guess it's California time, you know. And because I'm at work, it's like 9 o'clock at night on the East Coast, and like who the hell's calling me at 9 o'clock at night from the Food Network? And then they were like, basically, Dooley needed to delete something from his Instagram. There was something like because we had to do like these huge background checks. Like they were sent.
Sure.
And so they called and like, is Dooley around? I was like, he's actually right beside me. He's like, well, he needed to go and delete something on Instagram. It was like, if you can go, and he had to like scroll like all the way back till he was like 16 to like
literally to the beginning of my Facebook
and, like,
or my Instagram.
And so he just had to delete that one picture. I think it was like Bart Simpson smoking weed or something.
No, it was SpongeBob, Squidward, Scooby-Doo, Shaggy smoking weed.
I'm pretty sure I have an old Facebook they didn't find that would have changed the game.
But so they were like, yeah, he deletes that, you guys are in. And it was like super exciting, you know what I mean? Like
that's amazing
to get to go. But like the rules and stipulations of the race have changed from race to race. Our race in particular was no one on that race could have ever worked on a food truck. So when we walk onto those food trucks for the first time, quote unquote first time, after we cleaned them.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, because you get there and like we had to chisel like some spilled ranch off the bottom of like a refrigerator.
Like, can you make this camera ready real quick, and then we'll pretend
we spent
like
an entire day like
it's been sitting
cleaning.
Here since last season, dirty, but
it's been sitting here dormant.
Oh my gosh!
There's ranch in the bottom of this refrigerator that hasn't like been
now
on.
it's sentient.
Like no shit. Like I think it was Alex. Like chipped it off and it came off in like a whole ranch chip.
It was like a coin.
Yeah.
Like it was hard.
Yeah,
a ranch medallion.
Yeah, we should have kept it. We should have you should be wearing it around your neck
like
right
put
now.
a hole through with a drill bit. And
it could be hanging in the food truck right now, like as an ornament,
like
right.
a Flavor Flav.
Honestly, out of all the food trucks, out of all the food trucks, I feel like we cleaned it like how you would like the end of your shift.
To be fair, at the end of every shift on the show, the guy literally came to us and was like, "Are you guys done?" Yes. Okay, because he saw the way that we cleaned it the first time.
Like we were deep cleaning the truck every single
like people
time.
would go up to him and be like, "We're done," and be like, "No, you're not. No, you're not."
Yeah.
So when we first cleaned the truck in LA, we didn't have power.
Wow.
So because the generator had broke or whatever, and they were waiting on a part, and so we were just in the dark in LA. No air circulation. It's just hot as balls, sweating in the back of a truck, just scrubbing a dirty kitchen.
90 degrees.
Yeah,
probably more than that.
In a metal box. And
I'm
like,
glad I got left over.
yeah, we were just like you're like everything's dusty because it's just been sitting there for like a year, and you know there's like the film of grease that just touches stainless steel. That's if it's not cleaned daily. Yep. And then the dust particulates stick to that grease film. So we're in there cleaning that off. And just to get it, because like in my mind, like people are going to see your kitchen on
the show,
national TV. Like, can our kitchen please just be shiny? Like, I know things are gonna go awry. It's the way the world is, and it's the way they design these shows.
I will say though, like with the setup of the show, like we were one of the few people on that season that was from a restaurant. There were like 2 or 3 teams from
I'd say there was 3 teams on that whole show that physically work in restaurants.
There were some people that were home cooks, some people that had never done it. Like, so when they go to clean a kitchen, they don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like they're home cleaning. We're on like sweep under this shit. Like did you open that? You better open that.
The lunch ladies obviously work for the school board.
Right.
Crystal's Comfort Food, they own their restaurants.
Yep.
Mystica Masala, they own their restaurants, and then we were just ragbag team that worked in different restaurants. Going up against home cooks and stuff like that. And I mean,
all of us just had the same idea of what we wanted to do.
Yeah, and it's like, and we went out there and you have like this goal and like what you want to do, but then you get a budget. Like you have like these huge dreams of like this menu you're gonna create, and you're like, I'm gonna be amazing.
Yeah, $300.
And then it's like, you got $300 seed money. Like $300 does not buy shit in California, especially when we're buying meat, like bacon. Like we're grinding burgers like on this truck, and we're using the food processor. Like there's no meat grinder. Like
I had to travel to California, and it was the first time I'd ever been there. It was last year for work, and I had quite a few drinks one evening, and I walked to the local Denny's, and I was flabbergasted. The Grand Slam here in Texas is $7.99, and it was $17.99 out there.
No doubt,
for the same thing. Mm-hmm. I was like, what?
Crazy. I feel like our shortfall in the show, I mean, there were several, like on the last episode that we won't really get into
for legality reasons.
Yeah. But we were definitely on like East Coast prices, and this is a selling game, And you're over here in California, and people from California, know what to charge, and like we feel ridiculous trying to charge $14 for a burger.
Yeah.
And we also charge it $25.
Yeah, and then like you turn around, like I think you can actually hear in I think it was episode 2 when like the octopus challenge, which we won by the way. But Tyler's like, we grossly undercharged for it. And like, man,
who's gonna
is
buy
not
that,
like if we're in Virginia Beach, octopus is not a really seller. It's not like
right. It's not going to be the menu mover.
Yeah,
right.
You can charge $23 for that taco. Like I would not buy a $23 taco.
Like I understood
a taco.
I understood where Super Sope went with the whole thing. Like literally, they had octopus at the very last thing on their.
Yeah, they made a flat taco.
Yeah,
a flat taco.
It's an open face flat taco.
So I understand why they got some good business for that, but we actually won the whole challenge. But then again, you got to think about the lady that did the taste
chef,
everyone.
Yes.
I forgot what her name was, but
green hair octopus chef.
Dude, every other truck, she was.
Yeah. So but we didn't see that until it aired. Like when she took a bite of people's food and spit it in her napkin.
But it made us feel fucking great.
It made me feel fantastic. Shit. The craziest part about the octopus story is
we thought it was going to be horrible. That's what we.
Craziest part. Randomly
talked.
The most random meeting ever. One of my friends from Virginia Beach was in the Navy, and he moved to San Diego. So we're in San Diego, and I called him up like, "Hey man, we're in town, and you want to get a beer?" So he's like, "Yeah." Like he showed up. We're sitting at a bar, and he's just like, we're just talking about food and stuff, and like, what you been up to, blah blah blah. And he was like, "Man, I made these tacos the other day with the octopus," and like he went through the whole story, and I was like, half listening, like that sounds interesting. Octopus isn't really like my thing.
Like, the next day,
they're like octopus, and I was like, "Yo." I'm gonna need you to send me that recipe.
I need that recipe, bro.
He's like, one up you, dude. He's like, go here on my YouTube page. You can watch the rest. Like,
dude,
I was
yes.
and we luckily got stuck in traffic, like, because they were trying to line all the trucks up for this shot. We were in that line for like an hour, so we're all just watching YouTube on how to cook octopus.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
But she hit our truck first.
Dude,
that was the dilemma. It's like,
so your little baby.
You were supposed to.
Baby
You're not supposed to say
They're not babies,
Melissa.
Stop calling them babies.
So what happens is, like, we're 30 minutes into cook, right? And an octopus, shit, man, that takes like
an hour to boil before you start.
Like, I don't even know if our water was boiling.
Yeah, it's one of those eat it raw 10 seconds or 10 hours type things.
So,
like, there's no in between.
So they come walking up, the judge, the octopus chef, comes walking up and it's like we're not even open yet to the public. Like, we're still like, prep. And I was like, all right, we're gonna go. And like that's when, like, because in the box we had like one big ass octopi.
And
then a bunch of little ones.
I still remember
babies.
It was one fully grown one, and then itty bitties.
It's crazy.
Itty bitties.
Sure.
And we had to boil the octopus with red pepper flakes. And Alex was outside, and he was getting the mini ready.
Alex was bullshitting his ass off. That's what's going
my
on.
time.
And
She knew that shit wasn't ready.
Literally, she walked up and like. Me and Jason looked at it and, you want the octopus taco? How the fuck do you know about that shit already?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so we're gonna cook that for you. Hey, Jason, do it.
So like, Dooley, just grab the babies, and like, so you're all mic'd up. I was like, grab the babies, dude. They've got to be done, like, or the closest to done.
So I take them, I put them on the cutting board, and just chop the shit out of that and everything else that we're putting in the tacos, and throw them on the flat top.
But the producer kept running in and was like, Jason, quit calling them
You can't call them
babies.
babies.
Stop
You're
calling them little
humanizing
ones.
them.
Stop calling them babies.
They're
Stop calling them
babies.
babies. Please stop calling them babies.
Give me the babies, Dooley.
And then me, I'm just like, Jason, here's babies.
We need to shoot that again. Stop calling them babies.
I totally figure out what we even put inside the taco.
Dude, I mean, it was pico de gallo. It was just char grilled.
Just because for the first one, because it was such
It
a
was
just
It was
fuck, she's
char
here.
grilled octopus, and we just made like a nice pico de gallo with like fresh lime, and it was all fresh, you know.
I mean, it was
and
good.
It was like corn tortillas, like just heated up, not fried. I mean, it was
good, but we did not think we had time. That was the concern.
I still remember, like, we had the back door open, and Alex was like, "It's her."
Yeah, like, yo, it's time, bitches.
Figure it out. You only gotta make one.
Do some shit. We're not open for another 30 minutes.
I'm pretty sure Jason looked at me and was like, "It's not ready," and I was like, "But get it ready." Like, I don't know what you need to do,
so
but
you
got
30.
Throw the shit in the fryer. Throw shit on the flat top. I'm gonna fuck.
We had like, we had, let's call it 40 minutes.
You had 40 minutes, but you said 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's basically.
Yeah.
That's
2
what
minutes. 2 minutes. I need that taco. Yeah, give me 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Julie, what the fuck are we about to do?
Oh,
You can do magic.
do you wanna fry it or saute it?
Dude, it was fucking crazy. I mean, it's like, there's like, you're sitting there thinking like, there's no fucking way we won. And the producer comes over and he's like, you guys surprisingly didn't do that bad. And like, thanks. Like, surprisingly didn't do that bad.
That's a half compliment.
I think they discounted y'all.
Like,
I mean,
she went over to the winning truck, like, of the.
We can always talk about your knife cuts, Dooley.
We could not.
Are they
We
rustic?
could totally not.
They were very rustic.
They're definitely artisanal.
So this is,
I don't.
Rustic is being nice.
It's a good
both
story
headphones
because
on.
I knew when I said it that we were fucked. And
Rustic is being nice.
Because we're on a gondola going up this mountain in
9,000 feet in 9 minutes.
Yeah, 9,000 feet in 9 minutes. Good job, Dooley.
Can't make 9 knife cuts.
So
Why the fuck y'all give me the job
so
if
we're-
I'm scared of shit?
so we're going up. You didn't say you were scared.
You were looking out the window.
So anyway, we're going up
I'm cutting
to
my
the peak
fingers.
of this huge ass mountain in what city was that one?
That was.
Yeah,
Palm Springs.
Springs.
Palm Springs,
Yeah, so in Palm Springs, like, you go into the top of this peak, like, you can see the San Andreas Fault from the sky, you know, and like we're going up, and we're making a tuna poke going evidently like 100 miles an hour in a gondola that's spinning. You know,
crazy.
it's like, so like we're going up and like, you know, and I said it and I was like, Dooley, and everyone is mic'd up, right? And everyone can hear you. The producers can hear everything you say. And so you're on your way up, and I said, Dooley, make sure these knife cuts are perfect because you're giving them to Tyler Florence.
And then if you've ever watched a cooking show.
Yeah, and if you've ever watched any cooking show, as soon as you say something, that is what is going to be judged on you. And like the knife cuts, and I was like, make sure, like, you know, we salt it, make sure it's seasoned, and it's like, you know, you're borderline over salty, your knife cuts are shit, and like
my only job is to cut the shit.
And you failed.
And you failed. I don't know why. Yeah, you're already defending yourself.
Like, he didn't fail.
My
he failed.
hand.
It was never going to work in our favor. As soon as I said, Dooley, make sure they're cut perfectly.
Hey, okay. My defense. My cutting hand looks like I'm a coke fiend. A week half out with no coke.
Is this a cola
You
or
were
regular?
never going to be good enough. You were never going to be good enough. As soon as I said, make sure they're perfect. They're for Tyler.
You know you should have said.
I didn't think about it until after I said it, and I was like, "Fuck, that's really gonna fuck us."
You should have sure said, "Dooley, just shred cilantro, just with your hands,
Dooley,
just pull that shit.
Sit on the floor and don't puke.
Just cry. Go sit over there and cry.
Drop fries.
Shove it
Drop
on.
the
My
fries.
thing is, like, as I was cutting it, I didn't think it was that bad of knife cuts. But then again, you're literally spinning, and then after every 1,000 feet.
Oh, there was like this big drop.
Oh my god!
It sounds like my worst nightmare. I can't.
I literally like every 1,000.
I don't do
feet,
heights.
It literally
Like every time you came up to a pole, it had to change wires.
Ching ching.
Yep.
So it was like, so it went up and then it dropped down onto the new set of wires that are going to pull you up the rest of the way.
I'm still able to hold a knife and cut shit, but the other team, I'm not going to say their name, but
It totally can.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah.
2019, dude.
oh, I forgot.
I think
Super
we're outside
Sope,
of the realm of
Super
they're going to sue
Sope,
us.
2 of them passed out.
Did they?
No.
Wow.
Karina?
No,
I
they
know she
sat
did.
on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, man.
Look, to be honest with you, they finished their challenge before they got freaked out. You couldn't make knife cuts.
Oh, that's fucked up, man.
Melissa, don't feel bad
Melissa,
for him.
watch the show. We'll all see what the fuck happened.
She's probably
But-
already watched it.
I've already
Once
watched
again.
it.
Watch again.
She knows exactly what we're talking
Watch
about.
Just
again,
know,
again.
if you want to feel bad for Dooley, just know that although it did not make the air, the very last thing that we recorded with the rest of the teams was a damn it Dooley moment that did not make the air. And when I say a damn it Dooley moment, this was like the Breakfast Crew.
Yeah,
we're
Breakfast
walking
Club.
away. Breakfast Club,
Fucking
sorry.
Judd Nelson.
We were walking away. Dooley put his hand up, one fist in the air, and all you heard was, damn it, Dooley from behind us.
Fucking.
If that had made the air, oh God.
I love
And like you can hear Tyler counting. He's like on 3, everybody, and it's like 1, 2, 3. Damn it, Dooley! And he's just like,
Everybody said it, and I was like, I'm immortalized on TV! No, you're not!
They did not air that part.
And then they just said, no, fuck that.
That
We're not
cut,
putting
that cut hit the floor.
you got robbed.
Hey, you need to buy the DVD set. They might have the deleted scenes. You never know.
But hey, guess what? That's the damn it Dooley lifestyle.
I mean-
you just get shit on and shit on and shit on.
It's hard times.
It's hard times being a Dooley.
Yeah. He's even got the shirts.
Yeah. I got 3.
I mean, he brings it on
Nice.
himself. If he could just drop fries, none of this ever would have happened.
2 minutes, Alex. Fuck.
Nice.
I got you, Dooley.
I told you to make sure we didn't wait on wedges
My
all night
eyes.
long.
My favorite is when Dooley puts the fries in the basket.
But does not drop the basket.
Why did I hang out with you?
Melissa, I know
It's like a slow steam. It's a slow steam before I drop.
Melissa, I know you can't see my face right now, but I'm having Vietnam flashbacks. Just why do I hang out with him? Why am I here?
Words hurt.
It's
Every Monday.
like that's really hard when you have CPTSD from a friendship. Like, my God. gotta be more selective, man.
Who knows? Maybe I'll go to the psychiatrist tomorrow and be like,
We should be more selective, you know?
conversation?
We'll figure
You're right. We should be more selective.
we should
of our
figure
friends.
that out, yeah.
You guys let me on this, so
Oh,
I don't
fuck.
know, man.
I mean,
Realistically,
realistically, you let us on your podcast.
I think I'm fucked. I think I'm fucked if that happens.
Oh man.
it's been such a pleasure today. Where can everybody find you online?
Oh, here we go.
oh,
Hold on.
are we going to do our outro?
Yeah, sure,
On
why
her
not?
Outro? Okay.
Please go for it.
Ready?
It doesn't matter to me because I don't do shit for it.
I don't.
We ain't got
Go
the
for
music, but- All right, so
I don't know, it's weird because
There's no music.
as always, thank you for listening to Melissa's podcast. Food
As
for
always.
Thought with Team Fat Kid. That's the best I got for you, right? As always, thank you for listening to Food
It's
for Thought
everybody's podcast today.
with Team Fat Kid. As always, you can find us online on Facebook at,
Team Fat Kid,
on Instagram at,
Team Fat Kid Nation,
on Twitter,
at Team Fat Kid 1,
on YouTube.
Team Fat Kid.
Of course, you can find us online at www.teamfatkidnation.com for all of your knife and apparel needs.
You can find the food truck on Facebook at
Team Fat Kid Food Truck,
on Instagram,
Team Fat Kid
the
Food Truck,
Twitter.
at Fat_Truck.
You can call us for all your pre-order and catering needs at.
757-427-1586.
Remember,
Stay hungry.
be creative.
And don't forget to sharpen your knives.
Praise the Lord, peace, love, and bacon grease.
That's
Now it's
our
back to
outro.
Melissa.
Yeah.
I guess the last little thing. Rebel, yeah!
It's been such a pleasure, guys. I hope we can do this again. It was a blast to talk to you. Thank you for giving me the background on the great food truck race. Thank you for letting me into your what seems like a pretty sacred space today. I don't know. It looks pretty special.
It's
It looks like some
something. It's
special
something.
magic happens over
it's
there.
kind of like a bunker.
I
we
love
have
it.
beer.
I love it.
Yeah, that's every good bunker has beer.
Every bunker has beer. It's a prerequisite. You have to.
I feel like we just made. I feel like we just made the title.
I feel that should be like a banner. Just like every bunker has beer.
No bunker here, though.
What?
Go get your own bunker.
Right. Thank you for having us. Thank you so
bunker.
much.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for the chat today. Y'all take care.
You as well.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So we're done with our outro?
Recording stopped.
Much fun, guys.
Well,
Had a
thank you.
blast.
This is